Hey, 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 what's going on, Lord Vader? And what's up to others who may be in here? So let me give a shout out to everyone that might be popping on in here. Um, my, for some reason, I don't know what's up with this live here, but for some reason it has me on for a long time already, and I just started this. All right, so let me say what's up to everybody. There's going to be a lot of information in here. A couple of funny stories, and if there was, is there anything that someone would like to add? And we'll discuss some of the. I'll put up some of the night shots as we wait on other people to roll in. What's up, Zimaloo? FC May. What's going on? Um, so let's take a look at this real quick. Well, I should have saved these in here. All right, so let's take a look at this one. Hey, what's going down, USMC vet? All right, so this is me last night. Take it to here. All right, so I am here in the DR, and as people roll in, this is kind of what it looks like at night. Um, and I'm just getting used to some of this. Now, some of this I would just chop out when I start making videos using this footage. Um, hey, what's up, One Loyal King? What's up, Iceberg? Um, and there was a couple photos I took with my camera of their military here, and it was pretty nice. What's up, One Loyal King? And so this is basically the night shots as we wait for people to come in. I got a lot of information for people that plan to come here. And it's these are things that no one's really talking about. All right. And so basically, so the information that I pretty much have is going to be basically for the brethren that listen, right? Y'all know the very things that I've been talking about for years. I mean, for years. All right. I called a lot of what's going on out for years. All right. I warned y'all about the B-Dub for years. What's up, that retro guy? What's up, JJ Diesel? Um, Before anybody else, before Kevin Samuels, before all of that, I warned y'all for years, right? And starting in 2009, 2013. And some of you guys, y'all know, y'all been with me as long. All right. I told you who the B-Dub was. I told you what she was about. All right. I told you the danger that the regular Afro men was in. I told you about the corruption of the system That is the system. All right. I warned you for years and I said, you need to get away. Remember the video that got flagged down? I called the Exodus. I said, we need an Exodus. And B Dubs flagged it down. That video was put up in like 2017, 18, I believe. All right. I told y'all we need to do a mass exodus, right? And you need to come or go where you are appreciated. All right. Not merely tolerated, but appreciated. All right. And so I was not playing. Okay. I wasn't playing. When I warned y'all, I said that there are going to be better places. All right. There are going to be better places, but y'all need to be on your P's and Q's. I warned y'all that so long as Trump was in, and somebody remember this. I said, while Trump was in to get your stuff in order, I mean, get everything you got, get your cash right, because whoever the next Democrat that's in, they're going to rob you of everything. All that, look at what happened to crypto. Soon as Biden got in there, right? And I can't help it that people are so soft that they couldn't see that handwriting on the wall. All right. I can't help it. And it's truly not my problem. All right. What's up, Daniel Porter? Here's the other scenery. All right. And so this is dusk. Hey, what's up, Cortez Smith? All right. And so I warned you, brothers. I said, if Trump is in 4 years, you only have 4 years. I said, if he's in 8 years, you only have 8 years. I said, he's in there now by accident. I said this. And I said, they will do everything they can to get rid of him, right? Because he's not supposed to be there. He won by surprise. And I told you there would not be another fair picking, all right, after him, because they'll rig it so that who they want in will get in. Because he was an anomaly. I told y'all this. I told you he was going to win at his first primary, and everybody clowned me. Some of y'all clowned me, right? It was all good though, because it wasn't supposed to happen. That was the gist of everything. All right, it wasn't supposed to happen. All right, and so it is what it is. And so as people pack in, there's a lot of information about the DR that that I came across, right? And there's a lot of things that people told you to be aware of, and in all, let's see. All right, and in everything, right? Let's see who else is in there. Oh, what's up, that retro guy? All right, so in everything, when we talk about this, right? When we talk about this, and I'm gonna have an open discussion because some of y'all might know a couple of other things that's going on, right? Oh, greetings from Arkansas, y'all. All right, so what's happening is my channel was shadow banned for a lot because all the stuff that's going on now, I told you it was going to happen. I said there would be a mass exodus of brothers and of righteous brothers, of good brothers. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't see it coming like this. All right, but I didn't see myself being a linchpin as to what's going on. All right, but y'all know myself and Charles Tyler. Y'all know what happened. Y'all know how this got started. All right, and so basically there's a couple of things wrong, right? It cannot be fixed. A couple of things wrong, it cannot be fixed, right? The best thing for us to do, because we have to still be obedient to the first commandment, be fruitful and multiply. All right. And just because you can't multiply with the females that we got in the US now, don't make that commandment void. All right. And this was the point I tried to make. We didn't have to pick them. All right. We needed righteous women. All right. A lot of people got us hoodwinked into thinking we needed a color. Right. A lot of people got us hoodwinked thinking that we need to be a part of a system that's wicked. That would be the political system. I said the Chinese got everything they got, and they didn't have too much representation in any part of Congress. How did they do it? They did it through the family. All right, they did it through community. All right, we can't even do that because one brother can't give another brother. Hey, what's up, Daniels? One brother can't give another brother credit for the stuff they stealing from the other brother, because it is all about views. It is all about clicks. It is all about attention. And as quiet as it's kept, a lot of these dudes want just as much attention as these females, is because um, all these females, all right, all these dudes, they want this attention because the attention is going to get them paid in a way that a person, hey, what's up, be the great B? In a way that a person that tells the truth won't get paid. All right. Now, what I want y'all to understand is this: YouTube, they pretty much said to me that so long as, see, I don't violate any of their things, right? You can tell in my thing, I don't violate things, right? But they said so long as this channel exists, telling y'all the truth. Hey, talafala soy full, my brother. Okay. So long as I keep warning y'all, and all the stuff that I told you was going to come to pass, and I showed you the information that gave me that clue. Well, YouTube didn't like it, so they said, we will never pay you. Right? So my channel, if I'm gonna do with me doing what I do here in the DR, in Colombia, and in Brazil, all right, with me doing what I do, what can they do? All right. The bottom line is, what can they do? All right. They can block me from ever making money and try to encourage me to sell out that way. Right. And so a lot of dudes lost their souls. A lot of these dudes lost their souls because chasing the bag was just as important to them as it was to the females. All right. So now let's get into this. All right. Let's get into this. Now, when I coming here, all right, coming here, a couple of things is going on. All right. One of the things that's going on is that you had the Uber situation, right? And from all the bad stuff that people were telling me, I was like, wow, I don't know. Hold on for a second. All right, we're going to break this down with the solvable problem. All right. All right, one of the main problems was the Uber. And so I'm going to tell you how to solve that problem. And this is anywhere you go that has Uber. And so in the DR, with a lot of guys here, hey, what's up, Lord Veda? All right, in the DR, with a lot of guys here, all right, Uber is and was a problem, right? So when I got to the airport, uh, now, one of the things for me is my credit card is attached to Uber. All right. And so I don't need a wallet to catch an Uber. I might need one to tip, but not to catch an Uber. All right. And so basically, so anyway, so this is how the Uber thing works here. The first guy refused me because of the payment. All right, easily solved. If you look into the Uber app, they could switch and take money covered off your card and turn it into Dominican pesos. All right, so this is something that Uber does. This is for anybody coming here to the DR. All right, and so once it converts that from your credit card to Dominican pesos in the app, it'll put you in your ride, and whatever you have left over, you have left over. And you could do that. You can convert only as much as you want into Dominican pesos. All right. And so I converted maybe a little what I needed for that ride, and I converted maybe a little more just in case I wanted to go to the store. But where I'm at, I could walk everywhere I wanted to go. So I haven't taken an Uber since I've been here. Haven't taken nothing since I've been here. All right, now let's talk about something else. I'm gonna get to the women, and the women are very Afro here. Whether they admit it or not, they are very Afro here. And I think because of us brothers, here's the thing, this is what's going on in the world. All right, and y'all think about these things, because if y'all have something to add to this, I'll bring you in. But this is what's going on in the world, right? Hey, what's up, Mental G? What's going on in the world right now is the Afro man is not only changing our image by traveling. See, before we traveled and people got to meet us in real life, their image of us was what the Caucasian Hollywood man gave and the B-Dub. What we didn't know about the B-Dub is we thought they were just going on trips and they were going getting run through. And so the current image that the ABW have in the United States now is the one that she has around the world. However, because the rest of the world don't believe that men and women are exactly the same, all right, things are a bit different when it comes to us. All right, and so we're going like men, and we're bringing fun, craziness, but not too crazy, but crazy fun to people, not cinema. And there is an image that we have that has preceded us. People that know how to do things, resiliency, right? And we're cool under pressure for the most part. Now you got some that got caught up talking about they were going to go and trick off, and they got him stuck in airports. I think here, but quite honestly, I think dudes like that were just a plant. All right. Um, so if you visit Colombia, what part are you going to? Um, I would be um, check out DC Born Rob on YouTube. Check out a lot of his videos on Colombia, so you'll be aware of what's going on, at least in Medellin. All right. And so with here, um, how I solved the Uber problem is I went into the app and I made sure I activated the PIN. Now there's a four number PIN that you can activate. When you call an Uber and they accept the ride, they can't blow you off and say, "Oh, I picked him up," or "He didn't want to get in," right? Because that pin, the ride doesn't start until they see that pin in your phone. Let me repeat that. The ride does not start until they see that pin and plug that pin into their phone from your phone. So they need to see that pin so they know, so they know, sorry, that you got you, or that you are you and they are they. All right. So this is the thing. All right. This is the thing. This is the issue. This is what's going on, what's going down. All right. And so, couple other things to be aware of. There's a couple other things to be aware of. Uber in Colombia and the DR does operate differently, right? So you'll be good in the DR. All right. The thing is, a lot of dudes, because they were hustler minded themselves, and people are trying to hustle them, they accepted the hustle, right? I was not that guy. All right. I was not going to accept the hustle. And the main reason that I was not going to accept the hustle because Uber is Uber. Once people start accepting that treatment, people will be bad. I'm not that kind of person. Now, what I do believe in is giving a tip. All right. So I believe in tipping the brothers. So tip them, but don't accept the hustle. Let Uber work the way it's supposed to and force them to use it the right way. Right? So this is the one thing. I know this problem with this internet is basically Google or two, because I'm right by the router. But in any case, all right, I got to the hotel again. Um, learn the language as you go, right? Learn the language as you go. If people see you as a good person, they are going to bend over backwards, all right, to help you get made to where they are. All right, bend over backwards for it. All right. So um understand this. All right. So As you see, right, Santo Domingo is a beautiful place. Uh, these are, this is what the women look like here. All right, I am looking out for them. My connection is good, but um, I don't know what's up with YouTube and stuff when I get on here. I'm right by my router. Okay, so there is some things that I just don't understand when I'm doing these. But then again, maybe I do understand. Um, I might have a solution. All right. So let's see if the solution works. I'm making my laptop really my laptop. All right. So this should boost my signal up. All right. And so basically, you notice how my connection was very good at first, and then all of a sudden it went to hell in a handbasket. That's not me. That's kind of YouTube. All right. Um, and so, all right. So basically, now let's talk about what's been going on here. All right. Hey, what's up, David Bowman? Um, so what's going on here is if you show yourself to have yourself stuff together and stuff like that. Oh, they asked some information on me. Now, um, the old lady, well, there I was offered some attention, but there was a lady, she's nice looking too, right? Um, they're already trying to hook me up with somebody. All right. And then there is a woman here that works here. I like her, and I believe she kind of likes me too. And so, she and I, we are kind of getting it together. All right. Um, even when she's not tasked to clean my room, she comes and she talks to me. And now, one of the things is my room is not a room. What they have here is a whole kind of apartment thing going on. All right. So y'all could pretty much join this stream, and we'll hit back and forth on these questions and stuff. Now, so I've been here, and there's the thing about Santo Domingo is going to be different everywhere else, and you're going to run across a lot of other tourists that are here as well. All right. The dynamic that's going to make this place different is it is a beach. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So Um, the difference is this is not a beach town, but it is the place that if you want to be somebody that's not a professional, all right, this is the place to do it. And basically what I'm saying. Now, what you're noticing is um, professionals do exist here. I don't know where they are, who they are, whatever. Right? I don't know. I don't have a clue. Right? And so basically, um, you have in here in Santo Domingo that just a couple of places that you can go and you can meet some random women that might be interested in you for you. All right. So with all that said and going on, things if you prepare in advance for anything, right, is not that bad. And a lot of people, there's a lot of things people have themselves. Like when you go to the airport, there is a document, migration document that has to fill out before you get on plane. And see, people don't tell you that. It's like the check mig for so brothers. All right. For you that are talking about Colombia, there is something called a migration, right? You got to fill that out about 72 hours before you fly into Colombia. Things you want to be aware of. The main thing that they're going to be concerned about is the flight that's leaving a country, landing in Colombia. All right. So say you take a flight and it goes through Panama and goes to the United States. Like say you take it, it goes. You have two stops. All right. You got one in the United States. You got one in Panama. Or they have one in Colombia, right? They're not. So let's make it three stops. You have another one in Colombia. All right. Tech is going to be concerned about the trip that's going to bring you directly into Colombia, and it's usually going to be Bogota, and then you'll connect to another place from there. All right. Now, Barranquilla got direct flights because I know Spirit got a direct flight there, right? So, what you want to be aware of when these people are asking for the flight, they're asking you for the flight that's actually bringing you to the first stop in that country. All right. So, you got to be aware of this when you're um, doing this check mig. All right. For Colombia and for the DR. Now, so when we get to the DR, right? The thing about the DR is that when I was while I've been here, all right, it's been it's been a very, very, very nice experience. For one, I get to cook my own food because the place that I'm in was now they tax you heavily. Oh, that's the other thing I want to bring to your attention. You will be they heavily tax you, right? And so with the taxes here, it's but the apartment that I'm staying at or the hotel that I'm staying at is basically an apartment. I'm staying in an apartment. I got a bedroom, a bathroom, um, kitchen. Hold on, let me. I can show you this real quick. All right. So let me do this. All right. So let me show you what I have. I got 4 more soccer balls to give out. All right. And this is why I'm saying that YouTube is messing with my connection. Is YouTube because there's the router. So my signal isn't bad. All right. And then I'll do this. This is a laptop. Of course, I got 5 more balls to give out. My last 5 balls to give out. All right. So this is basically it. All right. So, and I'm just getting here, and I'll take you to the balcony real quick. All right. So this is basically this is what $38 gets you once you get here. All right. Now, mind you, that $38 had some fees and some taxes that went above it. All right. So the $38 had some fees and some taxes that you're going to have to deal with. All right. Now, the other thing that's going on. So here, a lot of dudes are getting got. But it's the dudes that are getting got are the same dudes that's getting got everywhere. All right. And there is a reason that they're getting got, right? Some of them are coming to try to mess things up and they getting messed up in the process. I remember one of y'all asked me a while back, y'all asked me, well, Nabi, what do you think? What do you think is going to, are these dudes going to mess things up for you or for anybody? And no, they will not mess things up for the good men. All right, this is why. These people, the people here, hey, what's up, K-Dot? The people here, they treat good men like good men. They treat the bad men like bad men. If you come here flossing and tossing, all right, and all the rest of that stuff, they're going to treat you accordingly. Now, if you come here as somebody that want to share your culture with them and learn their culture and stuff like that, they're down for that, and they'll hook you up with somebody. Okay? No, I don't know. I Let me put it this way. I don't know who liked me in this place, but I know somebody do, and because people trying to hook me up with them, right? But what I can say is I wouldn't mind being with any one of the women in here, right? Or the any other one where that has an idea. And so I know that they've been talking to the front desk about me, this, that, and the other too, right? And so that's the other thing. I practice the language because I sit down and I talk to people. I don't think I'm so high and mighty that I can't sit down at the front desk, talk to people, talk about what I don't know, learn the language, this, that, and the other. right? Now, oh, and I already put the link for those that want to join the live now and that have something to add. The link is in here, and I'll place it here one more again. All right, for those of you who want to join the live, right? Well, here's the thing. Y'all remember the video I put up? Let me see if I can find it. The video I put up. Uh-oh, Hulk Hogan is up in the Plizzes.
How you doing, brother? This is for all my Nabiites and my Hulkamaniacs. What's up, man? What's going on, brother?
Hey, bro, no, not much. So a lot of these guys are getting got. And who else we have up in here? Who is this? This is oh, the Diesel. What's up, Diesel? All right. There was I got a
Howdy,
clip. I
bro.
got the clip you're talking, brother. Whoever put that out there, I got the clip you're talking about.
Did you get the link I sent you, Nabi?
Which one?
I can't even remember. It was something to BAW, something they was doing. It was so crazy. My mind, and I be trying to enjoy my Sundays, man. But it was something
Because I was looking
atrocious.
at a lot of these, and some people sent me the same link, and I looked at it.
Let me
But it was, I got a lot of stuff. That's why I asked which one.
see.
Hey, Afro True,
I believe
and
this one.
what's up,
This one right here.
big bruh?
I put it in the chat, in the
Okay.
private chat.
And so basically, a lot of dudes are getting got because they're coming down here. Like, here's the thing: when you have the mentality, oh, somebody's ripping me off, but it's okay. You just got to pay him. I don't have that attitude. I'll bet. I'll give a tip. I'll tip these people, these guys, these people. And I tip generously for these people because I know what it is, right? But I won't allow them to rework the system or rework Uber or change the rules of Uber. No, because a lot of dudes are getting got like that. And then these dudes coming down here like, oh yeah, I'm just come down there to hit these females and call it a day and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, you're coming down for if that's what you're coming down for, right? And so I'm going to treat you accordingly. What did you have to add, JJ Diesel?
Howdy, bro. I had to unmute. Hey, I got a question. You said it's $38. You can get that's a nice place, I must say. But I'm wondering about the taxes. That's my concern there.
Okay, so I got this on hotels.com. So for 15 days, this cost me $600.
Mm.
600 for 15 days. All right. So for 30 days, it'd be 1,200.
Mm.
That's what you're paying for an apartment in the United States. Now, here's the kicker. Somebody else will clean. Um, and I don't have to pay for the internet. I don't have to pay for water. I don't have to pay for gas. Oh, that's a gas stove. Y'all saw that's a gas stove, right? I don't have to pay for electricity.
Wow. See, yeah, it's worth it. You add up my utilities. My light bill is $222 even. But my boss said he's paid for me. Yep.
Uh-huh.
And my
And
rent
so,
is $540.
right. And hold on. So what I was saying is that um, when when I talk about these things, when I say count up the cost, I'm not counting up what I would pay in taxes and everything and see if it's worth it.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than all my monthly expenses. Well, I got my water bill, light bill, and then my phone, and then my rent.
Mhm.
My rent is $540 a month. My phone is $72.08, and then my water bill is generally around $30. I live by myself, and I know my light bill shouldn't be that high, no way. And then I got the
Mhm.
bedroom apartment by myself, and then don't mention my expenses with my pickup. As far as gas every day and maintenance upkeep, and then the end of this month, the 31st is tag day, and personal property taxes,
Right.
and then the cost to eat every day. It might be a little over $1,000 a month for me, but
All
that's
right.
that's
The other thing for me is that um, one of the other things for me is that I don't need transportation here. You see what I mean?
that's awesome.
Uh, I,
That's awesome.
yeah. So transportation is not a thing here. I really don't need to worry about transportation because everything is around. So all the transportation that I have is going to be safe transportation. You see what I'm saying? Like I want to go see something, right? And so the kind of transportation is going to be. All
Okay.
right. And so um it would be it's the extra stuff, but barring the extra stuff, all right, when you're really looking at what I'm really paying,
You still there?
I think we're having the internet issue.
No, that's YouTube. I think that's the thing. Because they mad because we getting away from madness
Huh? Yeah,
and
they're
talk.
trying to shut it down, huh?
Hmm. That's just like a demon. I was on my Facebook Live earlier, and I didn't have any connection issues, but it was just the noise in my surroundings. I don't understand how people for nothing. They cannot respect each other's
okay, I'm
space,
back.
privacy. Okay, that's screw tube. That's the demons, as I call them, messing with things.
That's what they are, the hyena demons.
Right, because like I said, I'm right by my router. I'm in the living room
That's what I
right
was
by my
thinking.
router. There's
You gonna
no
you
damn
gonna let
way that it should be this much of an issue. But like I said, it's like somebody figured where I'm at and then they mess with my channel. If you notice, I'll have a video that I put up. Like say I haven't put up a video in a while. I'll put the video up and it'll do very well for that day. But then it's like, and I believe there's a particular person that works for Google or working at YouTube that's specifically messing with my channel. All right. Because what happens is when I put the video up, all right, within the first couple of hours, they start showing it. And it's the reason why my live streams do better than my regular videos. All right. Because the views on my live stream is based on y'all when y'all come and y'all come and see the information, hear the information and stuff like that. And so that's basically it. Mess with the channel because they know a lot of people are impatient. So a lot of people will go away from the message. Like my views will go down because they're
Well,
messing with the channel a lot. And so that's
let
the
me say
intent.
this. Let me say this. You know what the FCC is? Federal Communications Commission. They
Uh-huh.
know that because they regulate CB radios and radio stations and TV stations and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be clean, respectful content. But these folks are messing with this. Those are folks we need to get involved with and put pressure on them for interfering with free speech. We're not cursing, being vulgar. We're not being uh, you know extra PG-13. We're not being above that. They still have issues with what we say. They don't want to be exposed, and they need to be chastised or something legally.
Right. Because this is ridiculous. I'm
That's
right by the
fair.
router. So the problem isn't with the router. The problem is with Google, YouTube, StreamYard, and all the rest of them. They're working in cahoots. All right.
What's funny
And
is if
so
this
it,
was
it
some
just
weird
is what it
channel,
is. All right.
if
So
this was
with
some
that said,
weirdo channel, you wouldn't
though,
have it.
so my story is that once you get here and you're a hospitable person and stuff like that. So the sister, she came in, sat down. I gave her a fresca, and she was like, "You need a woman. You need a woman." One of them old school. You know how them old school women be. All right, can y'all hear me? You know how
Yeah.
them old school women be.
Yeah, you
They
coming in
always
good
trying to
now.
set you up, hook you up, and all the rest of that stuff, right? And so she has a friend, and she's like, "You need somebody to give you a massage and this, that, and the other." And apparently, they like the way I look. So hey,
Well, if a woman there and where you at actually will tell me that I might be like, okay. If a woman say that here, I'd be like, well, I'm gonna give you an issue. Y'all freaking laugh at me. This woman I know, she done divorced her husband and
mm-hmm,
everything, and she got a daughter almost as old, well, close to my age. And she asked me if I got married yet, and I said no. She asked me why. I said I don't trust them. And she walked away. She working at Walmart. She was just walking away from me fast as she could. I act like I was trying to keep up with her. I turned my head. I had the biggest smirk on my face.
uh, and see, I
And then
wouldn't trust women. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say a white guy asked me, still single? I said, yeah, I know too much.
I would. I don't trust women in the United States anymore. See, once you recognize who the enemy is, right? um, you 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 gain enough wisdom to leave them be to who to their master. All
Mm-hmm.
right, you leave them to their master. And so I decided to. So I don't use dating apps that I have to pay for. So I went back to old school tag, and there's this woman talking about, "I like you, I'm interested in you." I told her I'm not even in the United States, and I don't have any plans of coming back there to talk to no woman in the United States, right? And the thing is, we out, we out, and and they can't stop this because a lot of dudes are realizing that the BW work for the Caucasian system that have oppressed us, and that if it's the plantation, if the U.S. is the plantation, they're the ones that in charge of running the plantation on behalf of the master, which happens to be the government, primarily the Democrats.
Yep.
At least the
And they break up
Republicans
families.
don't. The
They break
Republicans
the
don't like it
Democrats.
enough to leave you alone.
The Democrats break up families with all the
Yeah.
social aid stuff and incentives for the woman to, it's like the model forbidden fruit, and the Republicans stifle the economy. So you got pick your poison. And so
But
Well, it
see,
doesn't
one
pick
thing I can say,
Republicans will leave you alone.
yeah,
That's
at
the
least
thing. They won't help you.
with the
They'll leave
Republicans
you
though,
alone.
they're
Right.
not going to try to indoctrinate
Um,
your children to be weirdos.
um, if you
Unfortunately,
every time we made it, every time can y'all all right,
kind of boring.
every time we've made something of ourselves, it's been the Democrats that did the thing on Black Wall Street. It was the Democrats with the Jim Crow. It was the Democrat with the vagrancy laws. It was the Democrat with every single law that hindered or took our lives.
KKK.
Right? The Republicans let
Yeah.
it happen. The Republicans let it happen. The Democrats came up with the idea and implemented it. All
It's
right.
basically
And so that's what people, and I'm tired of,
I
I'm
want to say
tired
something
of
about
us
B.
dudes that are so beholden to the people that did the most damage to our ancestors. All right. Because the media told them to be.
Yeah. Well,
It,
at some point they did a paradigm shift. Party switched. It
The
seems.
parties never switched. The parties never switched.
to be
And
honest,
that was the biggest lie they got
yeah.
people to believe. Put
If
that
well, the
lie in the
crazy thing
media
is,
thinking that everybody would do the research. So when
yeah.
people started doing the research, the parties didn't switch.
If you look up who started
Here's
the
the thing:
Republican Party in Texas, you'd
Democrats
be
never
surprised.
represented us. Period. And the Republicans never really represented us. We're supposed to represent ourselves, right? The thing is that the Democrats that took our lives, they still kept taking our lives. Who you think came up with abortion? It's the same Democratic Party that came up with pro.
Yeah.
Okay? The parties didn't switch. It's just that the Republicans didn't give a damn, right? After the 1800s, the Republicans didn't care. It's because it was a bunch of Caucasian men that was in it, all right? And
Are you still there? It's kind of boring, and they mess with these demons. I say.
Yeah, I can't hear nothing. You
Now
froze on me.
Lincoln was a Republican, and he did help free the slaves. That
His
much
best
I know.
friend, childhood friend, best friend, and one of his advisors was a black dude.
Wow.
And see,
I
that's a lot
think
of
I
stuff.
remember hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah, they won't teach you that, in history. Like who started the Republican Party in Texas was started by some black dudes, and they won't tell
it's
you that.
amazing when I start talking about the Democrats and the Republicans. This thing goes to hell in a handbasket. And
Yeah.
like I said, I'm sitting right by my router, right?
All you got to do is look at
And
really
and
who's.
so and so that's basically it. And so the Democrats and Republicans never changed. They were both against us. But the Democrats more so than the Republicans, yeah, go ahead. We don't care about them. Because it wasn't
Now,
their job to care about us. It was our job to care about us. Like the Chinese.
hmm,
All right. Think about it. The Chinese didn't have any party either. And they got streets named after me because they worked locally. They built their stuff up locally. They built their stuff up with the community, and their women did not betray them. Right. The Republican Party was started by the free Afro men. Yes. And they were started out of Texas.
Wow.
hey, Nabi, brother
Yeah.
Nabi, let me ask you a
So
question.
there's that. All
Can you
right.
hear me?
And so it's amazing that when we discuss these and when you call out, if I was when the Republicans, I would be allowed to say that. But when I tell you about our history, and that's the other thing, um, I'll get older books, old places, get these old books, old history books. Right? They're about to rewrite a whole bunch of other stuff, right? And and writing books now to where look insane as a country. I was talking to the woman about that today. One night, the one that's by my apartment before she go home, and we're talking about why I don't choose a woman from the U.S. I want to choose a woman from a place where they don't know what a woman is. And she laughed. It's kind of ridiculous, right? And these people, the BBC and CNN are going to Africa after a while, accept their LG way of life, and y'all want to hell in the handbasket. Your people, um, if you look at the little ones, they have now become right. They are very unprotected in the United States. And nobody gives a damn because they're of this, whatever. I'm gonna just say that. Leave it like that. All
A
right.
lot of women are really part of the system
As
too.
we see, this is kind of ridiculous because even now, as we talk about this, there should not be this much fuss and muss, right? But it is because nobody wants us to leave because quiet as it's kept, we created everything that everyone's making money off of,
Mm-hmm.
from the music industry to everything. The black woman will say, the Afro man hasn't done anything. What did he create? We created everybody's wealth to include their little chunk change they get for extortion through the court system of us, right? And so, with us leaving, the other women outside of the United States are starting to see our worth, especially with the type of guys that are leaving.
Yep.
All right. And so um this is the thing. And this has gotten everybody worried because brothers ain't coming back. Hey, so Hulk
Oh
Hogan, what
well.
do you hold
Oh
up?
well.
Hulk
Let them be
Hogan.
worried.
Yeah. And that's the point. We don't give a F. Hey Hulk Hogan, so what do you got to say?
Well,
Hulk Hogan.
basically, man. And I remember that video. That was
Is he still in here?
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Hulk. What were you going to say? You got anything to add to this?
Yeah, I was saying it like that video I sent you was one of the ultimate.
And so give him help. Oh, real quick. Don't forget the thumbs up, everybody, thumbs up. And because I forget to tell y'all that. And my PayPal me and my Cash App is in the description box. So if you care to donate to this channel and what we're doing in these communities, um, you could do that. But remember, you take care of yourself and family first before you give a dime to anyone. The Most High said we're supposed to be a good steward over our money. And so if you don't have it to give, don't worry about giving. You know, giving shouldn't be a struggle. It should be out of your abundance. Now, with that said, if you hit the lottery, remember your brother, right? All right. So,
Hello.
so when I traveled to the Dominican Republic, when I traveled to Colombia and stuff like that, there is a sense that the United States is going crazy. So I was talking with my brother today, and I said there is a price to pay for all the wickedness that have been done against the righteous Afro men that people in the United States is going to have to pay. And all the people that took part in it with the BAW, the ABW, her minions, right? All the people that disrespected, they're going to have to pay. And look how crazy they're going. There was a dude that has a podcast on YouTube saying that a man could have a baby. He's supposed to be a brother, but he ain't no brother. He's somebody that looks like he lost his mind. See what I'm saying?
Sound like
And,
somebody done rode the goat that he worshipped the Baphomet, which is the
There you
statue of the
go.
devil.
well, I don't know, but what he was catering to these females, and he's catering to all of this because he wants views, he wants hits, and he wants all of this stuff. And so, okay, that's the hill he's going to die on.
He won't.
Okay.
He won't.
That's
Hear
the
He
hill
the?
won't
he's
itch. He won't hits.
Yeah, did you hear the
uh,
church?
um, that's the hill he's picking. Um, Hey, what do you got at Hulk Hogan?
Can you hear me,
The
brother?
Hulkster.
Can you hear me?
Is the
Hello,
Hulkster
can you
still
hear
here
me?
in here?
Can you hear me, brother? Can anybody hear me?
I don't even know if the Hulk's still in here, but
Yeah,
oh, he's
I can hear him.
no, he
I
just
can hear him.
I didn't even I could hardly hear him.
Hmm.
And so basically, and so this is what's happening, right? And so as we escape this mess, right? Hey, what's up, Tabby Talks? As we escape this mess, right? As we escape this mess and stuff like that, we got the other thing. There he is. He's back in. Got you, Hulk Hogan. The
Cool.
Hulkster.
Yeah, man. I was basically saying that that clip I sent you was one of the ultimate SYSBM, top tier
I
high
saw it.
value brothers.
Did it had SYSBM in the clip on the side?
So it might have. It was Michael B. Jordan at the red carpet,
Okay, yep. Okay, I saw that.
and that brother's doing well for himself.
Uh-huh.
And it really, well, I mean, it's not a shock at this point. It's sad is what it is, and it's disappointing that you got biracial high yellow BAWs that are trying to damn near pass for white with a huge swollen forehead with this ridiculous cheesy blonde wig on, calling him a
Lord, yes.
cornball, calling him corny, and then
Right. Right.
yeah,
And I was like,
that's what it
did
was.
she not look in the mirror?
Come on, man.
I was like,
And
this woman obviously didn't look in the mirror, huh?
I respect it. That's why I had to send it to you, because I felt like he had your same energy. When he won his award and he was on the red carpet, he was like, "I'm not putting up with it, and I'm gonna call you out on your foolishness, all of you." Because it was three of them, three cackling hens talking on their little show, talking about he's corny and he's this and he ain't that. I'm like, are you serious? Now he could go any part of the world and just show his face. He could take his
And
shirt
then
off. Come on, man.
be
I
all
bet they
over.
won't get in my face and call me lame because I got my CDL and I've been all over the country. I've been all over 48 states. I
But
think
she
the first
tried to
time I
lie.
went,
When he asked
well,
her, what I'm saying? He asked her, bro. He basically told her, she was like, "Hey, Michael B. Jordan, you're doing so well." He said, "Yeah, but I'm corny though, huh?" And she, "No, I didn't say that. I didn't say." He like, "Trick, yes, you did."
oh
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah, he
see
wasn't.
that.
He wasn't having it. You feel me? Like, and that's what we got to do as brothers. Double down on the insults. When they call you lame, corny, and you look like you like them white girls or whatever, okay, well, fine. When I get my success or I get away from y'all, don't come back. There's no need for a conversation. If it's beef, then it's beef. You just stay over there, and I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Pirate Brain? And that's my thing, right? And I was like, and I told him straight up, you are the enemy. You're the enemy. I understand it now. You my destruction.
Hey, bro, they got you
Yeah.
bargaining again.
I was like, you are my destruction. They said that live. They said that on YouTube. They don't even mess their channels up on YouTube when they say stuff like
I know they
that.
biased,
Yeah,
kind of
so
centric.
they are allowed to ask for the unaliving of Afro men, the straight up a 86 of Afro men, and YouTube will allow it. Facebook will allow it. All right,
One damn
but
thing about it.
a brother that brings this stuff to light, oh, that they have a problem with that.
Let me say this: they can do all this stuff with this stuff that we do and try to cause all kind of interference and try to cock block and do all this evil that they do. But two things they cannot compete with, and I said this on my Facebook Live: they cannot possibly compete with free will or freedom of choice, or the hell with them. I
Right.
mean that.
Right.
God gave
True,
us those
true,
two things.
true.
Even God
And
Himself said He won't force Himself on us. He gave us free will. So how in the hell can
exactly.
these other folks? Mm,
See that they want to be, you know what I'm saying, lukewarm. They want to be over here dancing with the devil on Saturday. Then the Sunday they want to try to come back to the Lord. It don't work that way.
no.
Uh-huh. Hey,
And
K Dot, it's his brother that has lung cancer, not Andrew.
Tristan does? Really?
Yeah, not Andrew Tate. It's his brother.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear. Man, I'm sending up some
yeah,
prayer
I'm
for that
sorry to
brother.
hear that.
Yeah, man. But no,
Uh,
pay attention to all the brothers that's been getting unalived lately that were fairly young on YouTube. I didn't have to agree with their whole message, but they were really doing. In my opinion, they were doing the Most High's work. From David Carroll to Charles Taylor to, I mean, just so many people. Even Kevin Samuels, who was
Yep.
pandering a little bit. Respectfully to him, he was pandering a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But this, cause see,
he
if you
was
want to be
he
honest,
was
you're
learning
gonna
as
bring it
he
like
went.
Nabi is bringing it. If you're
He
gonna be
he was
He
honest,
trying to
was
bring
bring
it
learning
like
people
as he
Nabi is
together.
went.
bringing it.
He was
In
learning
my
as he
opinion,
went. I saw his
Yeah,
growth.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
At
And he
first,
was
he was
trying to bring
pandering.
people together.
Right. He was really trying to bring people together. And my thing is, you're bringing people together with these women. Because he took part of my platform. Uh, uh,
TS.
yeah. He took it, but it's not. It wasn't his platform. Remember, O'Shea Jackson brought him on. So O'Shea was
Yeah.
listening to all us back in the day and took our stuff and you know put up with other people. He made millions doing it, right? But but as he went, you could say when he started, you can't make this stuff up, right? Of course, I said that, and
Years
but
ago.
when he was saying it, he was like he was having an epiphany. He really thought he really thought that these women were redeemable.
If you want to
He
really
really
see, now if you
until
He
want
he
to
saw
really,
he
realized
didn't.
before he left that they not. I heard.
because he
He
started getting
said,
Huh?
kind of
"Run for your
angry with him,
lives."
like enough is enough.
Right. And so he started to see before he left out of here what all of us been seeing, right? And so now but I will say this. The, his audience, he had an audience of people that wanted to be entertained more so. I say audience of simps because they were there for entertainment value, not to take anything away from it. All right. And so he left out, and then other people tried to fill in that void because they understood that he had entertainment value that a lot of them dudes were interested in. And so that's when April Mason tried to come in and act like his platform. Then this other dude, I seen him on TikTok wearing a suit
The
and
lead
stuff. All of
attorney.
a sudden, these suit brothers start coming up.
Yeah, yeah, they did. But one thing
Now, the
I
only
can
two
give,
people that I expected to
Kevin
wear the
Samuels
suit
was
were the
very
two lawyers.
sarcastic.
The two
Kevin
lawyers.
Samuels was very sarcastic too.
Uh-huh. The two lawyers I expected to wear a suit, but all the rest of these cats, nah, you a copycat.
no, they are, and they're really starting to gain some steam. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, some of them say some stuff that's interesting or it might be on point, but it's like, homie, y'all are regurgitating stuff that Nabi and others I won't mention have been saying since 2013. You know what I'm saying? So
You
come
can
on,
mention
man.
them unless they did something screwed up, but
No,
you can mention
I
them.
never, I'm on your platform, and I
I
ain't really
mention them
trying to
on
get
my
nobody
platform.
to.
Like I'll call out. So what I do is I call out other people because I'm not going to do to them what they do to me. Everybody
Yeah,
take my
I feel
stuff,
you.
but they act silent. But me,
Well, like
because it's a
Sotomayor,
spiritual.
some of the stuff
Yeah,
I've heard on
Sotomayor. Oh yeah,
Sotomayor, I've
he's been
heard it
in.
here first
Yeah. Sotomayor.
years ago.
Years ago. So he and I came around about the same time, and I listened to him. He listened to me, Uh, and I know this because he got mad over the Wookiee weave comment because he had hair hat. All right, and so that basically and something else. So he or his people, they would come and listen to me a lot. But the thing is, they were trying to shut us down because we were apolitical, right? And so we didn't have an approach that promoted. As a matter of fact, the political party that everybody's um, on is the Democrat Party, and that's who they shut you down when you start bringing out their truth, right?
Yep.
And so I was telling people about the Hunter's laptop when it first came out. I told people about the laptop with Weiner and Hillary Clinton and Abedin. And I remember all these names. Abedin was Hillary Clinton's right hand woman, right? And so there's a lot of corruption in here, but people were okay with the corruption because it was one party doing it. And then they try to blame the other people for the corruption. That's bearing false witness, right? All the stuff that they tried to blame Trump for, turns out they were the ones doing. Look at the FBI, look at the CIA, look at the white and black hats. All right, then look at the Democratic committee. Look at all of that stuff. Look at Shift, all of that stuff. People didn't have security clearance in security mess. How do you do that? This our government is so corrupt, and then have the nerve to go and talk to Africa about why they're not accepting um, the,
Foolishness.
the the foolishness that's going on in it and the way of life. And they're like, oh, y'all against nature. Y'all about to go extinct.
Thank
Everybody's
you.
looking at the United States like fools.
That's
Hmm.
why I tell people, and they don't understand this, but that movement, that alphabet movement being spread on a racial minority in America, which is us, that is one of the most racist campaigns that they can enact. They already didn't had abortion.
Oh,
They already
yes.
did Section 8. If we all end up liking the same thing, guess what? There will be no more of us. That's why we got the Medias and Tyler Perry. All this kind of stuff is being pushed directly at us because they want us to
Right.
destroy ourselves.
That's the devil's agenda
And they
anyway,
want us
because we're
destroyed.
God's chosen people. We God's chosen people.
Right.
Amen to
We're
that,
one of the
bro.
So,
12 tribes of Israel. We are Judah, the same tribe Jesus come from.
all right. But here's the
That's in the
other thing.
Bible.
So we
Yep,
left.
yep.
We left. We were the Exodus. We are the Exodus. We left.
Hmm.
All right. A lot of us brothers are leaving or have left. And so the book took it down. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. They took all this stuff, but it doesn't matter, right? Because I have all these books still. All the books I used to show y'all, I still have, right? But then again, I had thieves in my midst. So basically, I don't know what I have left and what was stolen from me. And I hope this dude didn't steal Texas Marine. I hope he's my katanas was gone and stuff. But I found my Ethiopian Bible, so I got that. Um,
That's good.
83 books strong,
um,
brother.
I can't stand a thief.
um, but the my Time Life book. So I had a lot of other books that I have put up, and I have the Time Life book. I actually have the book with the quote from, the dude that ran the Third Reich about him calling us the Afro people in America the jewels of God, and that we are the real Hebrews. He didn't use Hebrews though, but he said they are the real Hebrews, and so I have that Time Life book. And think about how big Time Life was at the time and stuff like that. And I bet you can't find that book anymore. They're scrubbing all these books from the internet. All right. All these books that I have, a lot of books that I have are being scrubbed from the internet. These people are the Romans again trying to destroy information in books. And I'm going to say this. I am going to say this. I think it was Pereira Quill, or I can't remember which one, but was can y'all hear me? All right. I can't remember which of the fallen taught us to read and write. Do you know we weren't supposed to be able to read and write?
Yaza or Azazel?
Well, no,
No,
they
Azazel. No,
Well, with the
what happened
weapons.
was
it was Barrera.
they
I think it
took
was Barrera
our
Quill.
culture. They took our
Huh?
culture that which they took our culture during slavery. They took our culture. We was not allowed to speak in our original native
Language.
tongue. Yeah.
Right. All right. But do you know that we weren't supposed to read and write?
Now, the funny thing is that
Hold it. I want y'all to think about this. If you can hear me.
Jim Crow.
If you can
Yeah,
hear
that's
me, I
true.
want y'all to think about this. No. In our natural language, all right, in our natural customs, we never needed to read or write because we got the word in our hearts and we spread the words through our mouths. But when we said something was true, it was true. Understand? You
Yeah.
learn to write in order to be able to lie. You learn to lie and write to be able to lie. You write in English because English is a language of lies. It's a language of lies.
They making you Borg again.
Huh?
Hey, how you
Just
doing?
say it real fast. Just pause and
What's
say
up,
it real
Mr.
fast.
Right?
Hey,
who is that? Rick James popping in.
Howdy,
yeah.
bro.
How y'all doing?
All right.
Right.
Copacetic brother.
All right. So let me say this. So remember in part when Alistair went to Africa, right, he got the history of his family and long ago. I got the history of his family from a historian in Africa that reviewed history by history by memory. It's written down. It's the memory.
Is that me breaking up or is that you breaking up?
No, they got him
Memorizes
Borging
it.
again. These damn
It's
demons
not
out there.
down.
Mm.
I can hear
All
you
right.
clearly, but they got
Who?
him Borging.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
noticing this since the live stream started. They got a pick at him.
Mm.
These cowards got a pick at him.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. The stuff that they saying online, I'm the kind of person I dare them to say it to my face because spiritually, some stuff I know spiritually and biblically from the Bible, I can rip the carpet out from under them and come out. As far as talking is concerned, metaphorically speaking, I come at them with a double-edged sword and I debunk everything. I'm that kind of person, and I have a good light about me. I have good energy where I go, and but when somebody get on my bad side, they'll know it. I ain't gotta touch them to let them know it.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of person, but I will physically defend myself if need be. Make no mistake, but yeah.
It's
Yeah, I'm
good to
sending
have
off to renew my passport this week. Hopefully I'll have it within 8 weeks.
Cool. Congrats, brother.
Yeah. I've had 2 passports, so this will be my third one.
You used to do music down in South America, right?
Yeah, down in Argentina. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, you got my blessings on it.
For real. What's up, young boy 24?
Well, thank you. Hey, young boy 24, how you doing?
Young boy
What were you
24, you
guys
there?
talking about before I came up in here?
Basically some history stuff about how our men being treated and being enslaved and being betrayed by our own women, and the fact that this place is this modern day Babylon, the second Egypt, like God referred to. This is the daughter of Babylon. Babylon means confusion, and Egypt means bondage. So that's basically what we're talking about. We just kind of stretching it out a little bit and breaking it down, and we're talking from personal experience as well as a broad view of things. Basically, it's what we're talking about, I think.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
reprobate
it's not.
minds
It's
running around America.
Yep, sure
what you
is.
say?
I said there's way too many reprobate minded people running around America.
Oh
And that's
yeah,
exactly what I call them.
this place is done. I'm planning on jumping ship too. I'm trying to work on getting my health right. Because
I'm
I'm
praying
going
for you.
to. Yeah, thank you. I'm going
Hmm.
to either Thailand
Same
or
here.
the Philippines. I think I'm gonna stick on the Philippines. And it's funny because I just changed my phone today. I got a new cell phone, and every time I called up, I was talking to a woman in the Philippines, and man, they were so nice.
What's
Hello,
that noise?
that's
What's that
Rob.
noise sound like?
Yeah, that's not me.
No, it was a styrofoam container that fell.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
and every time I called to get my phone worked on, I talked to a woman in the Philippines, and they were so nice, man, and we just had long conversations. I
Hmm.
couldn't get too much because they at work and they record the phone lines, but
Right.
they would, chatting me up as much as they could,
Wow.
you know.
They like to rub a back for a blacker man.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm talking
I'm
about?
gonna try to. I'm getting everything together, and I'm gonna try to meet a few of them online before I go over there, so I have a soft landing.
Right, right.
I've been talking to Joan J online too.
Yeah,
She
I
been
like
going
her.
at this. Yeah, she
She
been going
funny.
at her, man. I told her
She
don't
funny
let
to me.
down. Yeah, just keep going with them. Just keep, you know.
She got our back. I told her we got your back.
For real.
Exactly.
It's funny that they can argue anything that a man says, but when it comes from a woman, they ain't got nowhere to go.
Well,
Yeah,
some of
they in
the
the
women
corner
try
then.
to be attack dogs to Joan J. Some of them have, but they feel the women. The problem with it is, man, is that the women feel like they own us. We don't want you, but we want you to hang around here just in case we need you. And if you die, well, that's okay too.
You know what I got to say to that? If it wasn't for us, men, their asses would not have a purpose to begin with, and we don't belong to them. God made them for us, not us for them. We're supposed to be our
Well, they
helpmates, but they are out of divine order, and they want to rebel against divine order. When they do that, they rebel against God, and He got the last word, and they're going to lose.
That's real talk because Sarah called Abraham my Lord. See,
yeah,
Sarah
they
called
starting
her
to feel
husband.
it.
Yeah, she called her husband my Lord. Women back in the day called their husband my Lord. In the Bible, we're supposed to rule over them as Lord, and then the Most High is above us.
Right.
Ephesians, I tell you where to find that at to back that up. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22 through 32. It's in there. But we're supposed to love our wives as our own selves. But these women are supposed to be like under us. It's in there. Jesus is over the church and the man, and then the man over the woman. But the women submit themselves to their own husbands too. That's in there. We start off talking about the woman first.
Yeah, but
But see, the thing is,
these black women here are completely out of order. Well, the white women are too, but the black women are really
They
out
the
of
worst.
order.
Yeah.
they are. They're like men with women's privates.
And they keep saying, well, why don't y'all just quit talking? Just go ahead and leave. Well, we were never talking to you. This was the channels we got is for us. You was over here eavesdropping.
Right. See, I like to go somewhere and leave. I don't like when I leave the idea of somebody talking about me behind my back. They can't just let us leave. Now they got to run their mouth. So if they want us to be quiet, why don't they shut the hell up?
Yeah, they can't do it. Yeah, they just can't do it because they feel they own us and they have a right to say anything that they want to in any kind of way. I mean, I saw some of these women saying they doing all of this stuff over there. We're gonna have to talk to the State Department and try to put a they're trying to make it so we can't even get passports. But the problem is,
even if they do, there's ways to get around that. God is with us on that one. Trust me.
Real talk.
Okay, so yeah, I got like one of the things is that I don't know why these people are so afraid of me. Of all the people talking BS and stuff, why are they so afraid of me? Is it because I'm telling us how we are to conduct ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
And if people listen to me and we conduct ourselves the way warning us that I don't get it, right? I thought that they would want us to be, but then again, they don't. They want us to be weak-minded. They want us to be fodder for everyone. They want us to be able to be manipulated and used by these women. And so when I'm calling out all the evil that is confronting us and all of the things that are coming at us, they seem to have a problem with it. All right. And so basically, a lot of the meetups, even here, 'cause I've seen it, I'm sitting down at the desk talking to the lady, and we're just having a conversation. And we're having a conversation, and I'm speaking to the lady at the desk, and there was I think she was a Haitian, and she was talking to a white man, and she was parading around like, I got me a white man, and I was like, I don't give a damn, right? And so they go out the door, and I didn't say that, but I just really didn't give a damn. So they go out the door, and then they come back in, and so the white man, he walks to the elevator, and then she looks back and look at me. I was like, and what?
I got 2 songs for y'all. Johnny Taylor, It's Too Late to Do Right. I think that's a cultural mindset. Well, as far as a revolution is concerned, if you ain't heard it, listen to it. You'll like it. It applies to our situation. Also, what's that other one? Jimi Hendrix, American Woman. That also fits.
Oh, yes. American
Jimmy, wait a minute. Did Jimi Hendrix do American Woman?
Oh, man.
Lenny Kravitz, too.
And people don't understand. Like, American Woman, stay away from me.
That's an old classic song. It didn't make sense to me at the time. I thought it was a little weird, but I liked it because it just made sense somehow. And then now I see all this stuff. It make a whole lot of sense. It sounds very appealing to me now.
Oh, I'm no longer on. Hold on, let me answer this. I'm no longer on TikTok because they banned me for reminding people that Susan Rice was the Secretary of State, came on the media to shut down Snoop Dogg when he went after Gail for the hit piece that her, the Big O was doing on for the hit piece they did on MJ, right? And Snoop Dogg came out because they know the truth. All right, they know MJ didn't do nothing to nobody. Everybody in Hollywood knows this.
Hey, Ty, you might have to shut your camera off so it'll have less it'll use less bandwidth, and you won't break up.
All right, hold on. Figure out how to do that.
Don't forget about that Johnny Guitar Watson song. It's too late to close the barn door when the horse is gone.
Oh, that title is self-explanatory right there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
Oh, he got cut off again.
Damn.
Let me say this before I forget, please, y'all. I did a live stream on Facebook. I got a long, drawn-out YouTube name. It's self-explanatory if you knew me personally. I'm a junior, so my first name is James, and I'm a truck driver, and I like to dress the way I do. Y'all see my avatar. And I drive a truck, and my CB handle is Diesel Cowboy. But let me go and say this. These folks, they ain't got nothing to, they don't compare. If they mean ill will and we pull away from them, God said they will not snatch us out of his hand. So they losing. And it was something else. It just slipped my mind. It was something else that just slipped my mind, but I'm here. And it'll come to me. I'm gonna mute. It'll come to me in a minute. Oh, I did this live stream. I did this live stream on Facebook, and I was gonna tell y'all my Facebook page. It's the only one like it. You can't miss that big old red truck in the background, and you see a man in a cowboy hat with a poncho. You can't miss it.
All right, can you hear?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your Facebook page, man?
My name James. My name James Smith on Facebook.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm going to talk about.
David Smith.
James Smith, James.
Oh, James Smith. Okay.
And you cannot miss this big old red truck, big truck in the background, and you see me with my black hat on, and I got a poncho on. It's gray with gray, black embroidery.
Okay. So
I made a live
that's
stream
why
on
I'm
it
not
today.
talking. And I told y'all when it was taken down, when they was hitting up for videos that was legit, and if they hit a political nerve, they came after that video. I said, all right, they're going to take this channel down. When they do, I'm getting off. Because they're going to keep doing that and not allowing us to speak. So long as they can get people to go there and listen, right? Yeah, I brought people in because I was big, right? So they're like, oh, you brought enough people in. But I was like, no. So you want to hear me? I'm not feeling TikTok. I wasn't getting paid for anything anyway. All right. And all the time when I get around 1,000 followers, TikTok will come in and destroy the thing. Every single time I got 4,000 followers, they came in to destroy the channel. And so and I saw the manipulation that was there. They want to keep working to get them followers back and stuff. And I was like, no, F you. Right? So that I don't do TikTok more. Right? And it's their loss. I got a lot of stuff that's going on TikTok from here, but it's their loss, right? But they're not paying me. I was making money.
Why do you think TikTok is even kicking off some of the Asian women that's taking up for us? Because that's an Asian company, so it seems like TikTok will come to their aid.
But you gotta understand something, brother. The best way for China to dominate the West is to keep the West filthy and ignorant. So in China, they don't tolerate certain behavior, they don't tolerate certain ideas, but they're gonna push them on us. And if we ever were to go to WAR with China or North Korea, guess what? There won't be enough men under 40 years old that are masculine enough to pick up a damn rifle and put combat boots on and, go to war. These guys are
My
walking around with painted nails, skinny jeans, bras, and all kind of other stuff. And like a lot of these kids, 25 years old, can't even do 10 push-ups. That's crazy.
And they got
well, they don't
right
know.
now. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They don't know the simplest thing about American history or any history. They don't know anything. They don't know where things is. You got they just always said you
He got cut off again. Yeah, they got half of the men, the black men at least, are moving over to Southeast Asia.
Hmm.
Because
Well,
Thailand and the Philippines are hop, skip, and a jump away from China.
yeah. My only concern would be the food, what type of food options they have, and being close to China and all this stuff. And for us being known to be Americans, how do China feel about us, even though we black men, and we're trying to get away from this mess over here that because this country's at odds with them, with China. Those are my concerns. And then if how how do we know how that area is going to be affected if the big old bombs start falling? How do
Well,
we know?
there's really
Those are
we
my
don't have
concerns.
we don't have no control over that because I mean, let's say the bombs start falling over there, they're gonna be falling over in the States too. So it ain't really
Right,
nowhere
right,
to run and hide. We just running for a better life.
right.
It's not
right,
like we running away from any war or nothing like that. Because the war is gonna be worldwide. Even if we went to Africa, it's gonna be over there.
Hmm.
You can't escape this.
right.
Well, there's some stuff in the Bible that give me hope. I remember reading, and y'all can read it offline on your own time, but I find it reassuring. Isaiah was that chapter 4, verse 5 through
Seven
6.
women, seven women.
No, 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 a different chapter altogether. Uh, but yeah, that too. But I was talking about war. It's God's protecting His people. All hell gonna break out on earth, but God gonna protect His people. Those is remember Isaiah chapter 4, verse 5 through 6.
Okay.
I think that's right. And
One, two,
then you
one, two,
got
three, 1, 2, 3.
uh
I heard you,
yeah.
not be.
Then you
Okay.
got then you got two chapters, whole chapters I read. It's powerful in Isaiah 65 and 66. And then you got Joel chapter 3.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
those are powerful.
here's the thing though. Um, a lot of people don't understand that the Afro man, what we're going to make our life somewhere else because it's best it's better for us to leave in peace than to be in this mess that they got going on here. And the righteous got sick and tired of it. And here's the thing, the righteous are we are the remnant. We are the remnant that the dudes that says we're leaving be the dudes that are saying that the reason why we're leaving because we want peace that we're not going to get here, and we want a level of, hold on, turn this off so that, okay, we want a level of um respectability because we bring stuff to the table, and we are not taking any more mess from wickedness, right? And so that's
Right.
going to be the remnant. That's going to be the
Hmm.
remnant. Now you got the dudes that's leaving just to go screw some other women because they're following us, right? But here's the thing: they're not trying to stay there. They love it back in the United States, and they
Let
can't
them
stay
stay
where we
here.
go.
Right. It's not meant for them to be there to begin with because they love this place. They love the world. And I mentioned in my live stream on the video, God said, if you're a friend of this world, you're his enemy. Do not be a friend of this world.
hmm And so people, and here's the thing: so when I go to these places, right? People look at me and they are saying, um, "Oh, yes, let us help you because you're doing good things for us." And they could tell that I'm doing it out of the natural kindness of my heart because I just like, people. I'm a people person. All right. I just don't put up with BS.
No
All right.
nonsense.
Yeah. I mean, and so
Yes,
I
sir.
am kind. I am kind because if I need to, I can whoop people's behinds.
Hmm.
Period. So
What the hell?
Right.
I'm not, yeah. I'm
I
not
thought
kind.
that same thing.
They saw me practicing up on the roof with my weapons and stuff. Uh, and so I'm not kind, all right, because out of fear. And I'm not trying to make friends. It's just that I see where people are, and I said, well, I could do something to make them a little happier and stuff like that, because I know what that is. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know why I do stuff. I do stuff. I came up in an orphanage, so I know what it is for a child to not have something. Then some random dude come by and give them something that they can practice at, get good at, and get away out of that kind of energy, or get away from that energy, or get a sport or something, be good at something, and have the hopes of, oh, I could take this to college and probably learn something. You
Let me
see?
ask Nabi, let me ask you a question, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I heard you the other day talking. I guess I had forgot that you were a former TSU brother.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta ask you,
Dr.
brother.
Freeman.
Hey, what was your numbers like back in the day on that Tiger Walk, my man?
Oh, I didn't pay attention to them.
You didn't? You didn't fool with them at all?
Not at all.
Did you
Remember,
go and be okay?
I was also still in the army.
Military.
Only I was in the guard. I was in the
Okay.
military, and I was look. I had statistics. Uh, I forget my professor's name, but that was a hard class. And then I had Dr. Freeman, and I didn't have the cakewalk, so I wasn't on the tiger walk. You know what I mean? And a lot of the females would come over to a lot of the females, the day before we're about to have a test, especially in statistics, they would come over, and they would say a prayer. They've been run through by all the thugs that they chose in third ward, right? And so they was in there just getting run through, getting their backs blown out, and then they want to come over and pick my brain for knowledge so they could pass a test in statistics that hardly nobody. Let me put it to you this way. Um, I was getting an A, somebody else was getting a B. The closest grade to us was D's, and everybody else was failing. That's how sorry my class was.
I remember everybody when I went, and I guess probably around the time you did, maybe. Oh, I'm trying to think because I didn't go right after high school. I wanted to work. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of
Mhm.
warehouse work and other stuff. And maybe '01, '02, '03, whatever, when I was up there, man, it really shocked me that a lot of those, I mean, beautiful, physically beautiful, back when BAWs used to actually try to look presentable and take care of themselves. The main thing on them girls' minds was just trying to get a baby out of you. That's all they wanted.
And
I couldn't believe it.
the tiger walk, you could catch. You could catch contact going down the Tiger Walk.
Man,
You had so many thugs. You had so many thugs and their products on the Tiger Walk. It was ridiculous.
it
All
was
right.
like the stroll. You know what I'm saying?
And I was like, and so this is, and these are the women that are put in charge, not because they earned it, but because they are the gatekeepers, like I said, to supremacy. They're the gatekeepers. Um, don't ever doubt it. They are the gatekeepers and stuff like that. And so it is what it is
Me and my
in the
But they
partner.
are
United.
they are
No,
the gatekeepers of bed pleasures too.
we used to walk
I'm
over
gonna
to
say
U
it
of
like
H,
that.
and we used to try to get the intelligent ones, the ones that had to blend in the corporate society. You
Uh-huh.
know, because you get you a so-called black woman that goes to U of H, they act nothing like them TSU girls.
No, they didn't. They didn't. And
More
and I
money,
was
more prestige. You know,
and after TSU, I worked over at U of H in cadet recruiting in a cadet recruiting office, right? Still in the military. And so it was a different animal over there. Um, the other thing is that um, I was like, and then when I came recently, when I went back to school, I took geology, geography, and all the rest of that stuff, right? And I took the earth sciences, and so we went out, did experiments, and I was acing that. There was an African girl that didn't want my help. She wanted the help of the white guys, but they weren't doing too well. I was the highest dude in the class.
white guys go to HBCUs to slack off.
No, 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 no. It wasn't an
Oh, U of H.
HBCU.
Talking about U of H. Okay.
No, no. No, this was after, I came back out of the army, and so I was using my GI Bill and stuff, and so I just decided I'm gonna go in and take my geology and stuff. And so the stuff I know and the arguments that I made about who we are, that we are the indigenous people of this land.
Yeah, we were
I'm
here
not
first.
I'm not making it lightly. Not only do I know we were here first, I know how we got here first. Not even, and we're not even talking about Pangea. We're talking about the African shipbuilders who were the first shipbuilders to go across the Atlantic and stuff like that.
Mohammedans.
And they came here on the Canary Currents. All
You
right.
know,
So I know that. And then they established themselves here. Again, that's why there are pyramids everywhere. And that's why they won't let you into the Grand Canyon. That's why there are drone restrictions in the United States that I don't have to really deal with here in other places.
I heard there's also untold amounts of gold in the Grand Canyon, and the government don't want us to know about it either.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff. We have a lot, we have a lot of history. And then here, when they found those bones, confirming that the oldest people in the Americas were Afro people, they tried to burn down the thing in Brazil. When I was there, or was it just before I got there, or while I was there? But they tried to burn down the museum that had that evidence in there. All right, this is how crazy it is, and so you got people trying to hide the truth.
Yep. And
And
there's
from
also
us.
proof about the Nephilim too, the giants and
Uh-huh.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
And they'll let you see that, but they don't want you to know that you were here first.
one
That's
tried
the
to
big
holler at
absolutely.
me
secret.
the other day. She had breasts like basketballs.
Mm-hmm.
She was a
And,
Nephilim.
and here's the
A
other thing.
Nephilim. Wow.
She had
Who had
huge
breasts like
breasts.
basketballs?
What?
Who had breasts like basketballs?
This BAW that I think was part Nephilim. She might have been kin to Og or the Rephaim or somebody. Her titties were big as watermelons. Excuse me, breast. Excuse me.
But no,
Breasts.
you got some of them like that. You just they just come like that.
Hey,
Hey,
now,
what's up,
B.
Niecy Ross? What's up, Cornelius Hurst? All right.
Hey, no,
And so, hey man,
my
what's up,
bad.
God's child? Hey, so here's the thing though. Oh, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button when you come in. And my donation link is in the description box, my PayPal, me, Cash App. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, because that's the only way you're going to get this. Click the bell, click the notification bells. Um, and what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. And before you donate anything to anyone, make sure you take care of yourself and family first. You're only supposed to donate out of your abundance. All right. So if you don't have it, you shouldn't be giving it. All right. Even to me, even with what I'm doing in the community, you shouldn't give it if you don't have it, because you're supposed to take care of yourself and family first. We're supposed to be a steward over our stuff first. Now, with that said, all right, there's a lot of stuff that they wanted hidden about us. That's why we didn't have a name. If they wanted us to be Africans, think about this. They would have kept our culture as African. Like, they would have still said, "Don't speak your language." But when I practiced capoeira, um, was what the most of the songs are about Angola. I want y'all to understand this. The movie or that they have on Netflix that I think Will Smith's wife did, try Queen Mzinga, how she fought slavery. No, she didn't. She had most of the people that she would have a problem with enslaved. She poisoned her father and her brother to become queen, right? And she was being run through by the Portuguese and the Dutch. All right. How do we know this? All right. Her land was the land of Angola. All right. If she was so good at keeping people from being slaves, why is it that most of Brazil, most of the slaves, understand this, in Brazil came from Angola?
Hmm.
And I know this for sure because I sing a song when I'm doing my capoeira. Paranawe, Paranawe, Parana.
Don't forget about the Afro Latinos too. But let me say
Uh
this
huh.
also: the government don't want people to really go to Antarctica. There's secrets hidden there. But um, there's two things. Well, I discovered this for myself that the actual Great Flood in the Bible did exist. If you look in um, Salt Lake City, Utah, where did that salt go when the waters retreated? Then they claim to find ancient sea creatures in the desert of Arizona. How did they get there?
Mm-hmm.
How? And
Right.
then there's watermarks in certain areas in the world, and they so-called discovered it. And then this goes back to the Nephilim. There's proof of it down in caves down in Antarctica, and that's why. See, the demons don't want to be exposed. Like I said, there it's
Uh-huh.
there. That's why they don't want people there. It's for
Uh-huh.
scientists and government experimenting, and these demons in the flesh is what they are. That's what the
All right,
Nephilim is. That's
let
where
me
the
say this.
dinosaurs come from. That's where the dinosaurs come from, and giant so-called human beings come from. But I'm gonna let you have the flow. I'm gonna mute my mic.
I was going to finish up by saying when we sing that song Paranawe, and when we sing our songs in uh, about capoeira, we're talking about the origins from two places. Mine is Capoeira Luanda, and there is Capoeira Angola. So if we made up a dance that's a fighting style that we use to whoop some behind, right, of the slave masters, how did all these people get here from Angola and Luanda if you had such a powerful queen who kept people from being enslaved? Remember, the majority of slaves went to Brazil and the islands. The majority, okay? And then you got this population from Angola and Luanda, and you're going to say this Queen Mzinga? No, she was trading her people out, anything to keep power. And then when she did go to battle with the Portuguese and the Dutch, she lost. And her only hope to get some part of land back was to have the Portuguese fight the Dutch. All right.
Mm.
And because she was sleeping, and they're not going to tell you this is why they didn't get rid of her. She died at 80, but they were able to run through her. They were able to send missionaries in any land that she had. So they're Christian missionaries. In other words, all right, people like, well, she made a deal with the Christian missionaries. The Christian missionaries come in, take your land, and they give you religion. Think
In
about
other
that.
words, history is repeating itself, but uh, as far as time goes, on the last
Well, no,
days,
that isn't what
all
I'm
this.
saying. I'm saying
No,
that
wait a
the
minute.
history.
Wait. History repeats itself, and
Okay,
time has a certain time in this dispensation, and we are witnessing evidence that these are the true last days. All this mass exodus, uh, massive things being revealed, uh, a lot of stuff, and the hint of this country they call Babylon is on the fall, decline, and people are getting scared. That's why people are getting
right,
scared. I
right.
mute my mic.
Oh, okay. So what I was getting ready to say, so you know this movie Queen Mzinga and the same movie about the woman king, right? All right, all this black woman empowerment, right? And so it's based off of lies. And so what does it show you? It shows you that at least the black woman and some of the dudes that follow them would lie about our history and lie about the truth of what really happened in order for them to be seen in a positive light of men. They want to be seen as warrior men so bad that they will lie about the women who weren't warriors at all, but basically pawns used by the slavers, to the point where Queen Nzinga um, allowed them. Well, she didn't allow them. She lost. They whooped her behind because she lost. It's easy to beat a woman warrior in battle. All right. Not only did they do that, but in order to save her life and stuff like that, she probably slept with them, which we know she did. The Dutch and she had a think about it. If you have a harem of 60 men, all right, that means you're a 304.
That is just
Think about
BAW. That is just such wickedness of the black woman, man. That's so ungodly. I can't even fathom that, man.
And
Well,
everybody's
now
like,
they get
"Oh,
to
she had a
be.
harem. She had a harem of 60 men. She had a harem of 60 men. Okay, that makes her a 304. She can only still have she can
Jezebel,
yeah,
Well,
she can
now they
still
get to
only have
be women warriors because
actual Jezebel.
it ain't gonna be no black
there it
men
is.
here. It ain't gonna be no black men here to fight for them. So they're gonna get their wish.
Uh-huh.
Isaiah, wait a minute. Now y'all got me wanting to say this. Isaiah, chapter 3, 6, verse 16 through 26. That's what y'all talking about now.
Mm-hmm.
The curse is from God because He's angry with these haughty women. You look in San Diego, and you looking in other cities. I heard rumors about that these women are homeless on the street, and what do women are homeless on the street be like? Stench, bald, and sackcloth, and everything described in the Bible. Undescribable, undesirable, and the men have left them or something.
See, it doesn't bother me when I see them living destitute and in squalor, because about 5 years ago, when the Orange Man was in, they were living good. And they complained about him, but they were living good off of his economy. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
the crazy thing about it is, you still got brothers that say they for the race and they're supporting the Democratic Party. Like, you cannot be for Afro people and you support that party. Also, you got some brothers that say they SYSBM and they're for the Democrat Party. It's like, bruh, that party right there. They say that with Joe Biden, this last election, that was the highest percentage of American black women that voted Democrat in the presidency in history. Not even
He
for
signed the
Obama.
crime bill.
Not
Him
even
and
for
Clinton
Obama. So
both.
what does that tell you? That they wanted this old delusional, white man that don't know nothing. Kamala Harris is not black. She's a Hindu that used to make fun of black and African students in front of the student union building with her Hindu and Indian friends, her little girlfriends. She is
But
not
she's a
white.
clown that couldn't
She
answer
got
questions,
passed
made a
around
fool of
Hollywood.
herself.
Montel Williams had her. I mean, she's been passed around like a
Bad.
basketball in the Globetrotter game.
Oh yeah. Yes. She was really, really
Swallowing light
passed around.
poles. Wait a minute, she was swallowing light bulbs.
Say,
I'm being
bro.
sarcastic.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say this. She might not have been swallowing light bulbs, but Metal Law Lemon and Curly, they was putting confetti all over her face. Is all I got to say. They was dumping the confetti all over her face and chest. And look who she got now. She got some old, Fred Flintstone looking fool that she's married to. Come on, man. That dude, and it's the thing. I've always heard if you're going to get you one, in other words, going outside of the race, get you something decent. That dude looked like a fat Mr. Magoo. Come on. Come on, man. I mean, she's still, look, I ain't gonna lie. I can't stand that woman. I cannot stand that female at all. But physically, she could still pull.
Who you talking about?
Kamala.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like not I call her camel toe Isha. That's what I call her. You know what I'm saying? But
Camel toe Isha.
And YouTube always deletes it because when I see people arguing and trying to support her, that's what I call her. And YouTube always deletes that comment. But no, for real, like Nabi was saying, she could be with a good man, like a lot of them could be. NFL guy, NBA, a senator, a politician, a black businessman. She will not submit to that black authority because she thinks she is above us.
Right, because they weren't as good as. Hey, what was that? Isaiah 3? What was that? Isaiah 3?
Yeah, Isaiah 3, 16 through 26. If you want to read it, be my guest. I'd be glad. I'd be glad.
Like, she doesn't like black men, and most black women that are coming up now don't really care for black men. And the thing about it is, what they're scared for, the reason why they're attacking these Asian women is because they know that these Asian women are gonna love us like we need to be loved and respect us. And the Asian women are clapping back, telling them, and what they're afraid of is like, whoa, they not taking up for us no more.
It's happening
to Asian women. So whatever happened to that Stop Asian 8? Whatever happened to that?
Hey, it's happening domestically too, and Nabi can attest to this. Being in Houston, I went back to Houston. I live in the Dallas Metroplex now. But I went back to Houston about maybe 6 years ago. I was shocked. I'm talking about just from your middle class to Steve Urkel looking, Flavor Flav looking, just dudes that work at the car wash, all had a beautiful Central American woman or Hispanic woman. I did not see one BAW with a brother. I was like, wow. I ain't talking about no flat tortilla butt looking Hispanic woman. I'm talking about them Telemundo looking chicks.
Let me say that. Let me answer this question. Navi, where do you see Passport Bro movie in 5 years? It's growing exponentially, and the more wickedness that men see, the more the righteous want to leave. What's going to happen is that the way the Most High got rid of the Nephilim, He caused them to fight each other in the presence of their fathers. All right, in the presence of the master of the B-dubs, right? And He said, "I will make you watch your children off each other, delete each other for your
Hmm.
sin in taking on these women. And if you notice it, the Most High um, often uses the wicked to get rid of the wicked, right? What he
Mm.
does is he sends out the message to the righteous: get the hell out of the way. Do not get in front, jump in front of the belt to save your brother, because your brother committed the infraction, and it's time to meet. You know, it's time for him to pay, right? And so this is what's going on. And so this movement, right? I said it's going to be an exodus, right? And that's exactly what I mean. Um, it's going to be an exodus, all right? And in this exodus, is over. Call it a day. It's just too bad it has to end that way. It's over. Um,
Yep.
brothers are tired.
Yep. There's
Brothers are
more proof
tired,
that these are last days.
right? Brothers are tired of the wickedness, right? And yeah, we covered this too. We covered this. We cover this one a lot on this channel. I'm gonna post it up in here. Y'all are familiar with it, right? And so basically, the brothers had enough. All right. The simps will try to follow, but they're not going to be able to. And here, the reason being is the simps get bored easily. All right, they're following with no purpose, right? All right, and so this is what he was talking about. All right, and so this is what we see now. The simps will
Let me
follow. Go
let
ahead.
me add something. Let me add something, bro. Not only the simps get bored, is if see, you said something. You stomped on you hit a head on the nail with the sledgehammer. But let me add this. Not only do the simps get bored, good men get tired. So same thing. You're gonna get bored before you get tired, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired. I'm a good man. I'm 43 years old. I had a prayer years ago. I think I was 19, 20 years old. I said, Lord, keep me from having kids until I meet and marry the right woman first. Forgive and protect me if I fall weak, meaning protect me from having kids out of wedlock and STDs. Thank God. And I ain't bound to no woman. I'm not. I've
Mm-hmm.
never been married.
All right, so let me say this. So here's the thing, though. So with the simps, right? The simps like mess and they like confusion. All right. Anything else less than that bores them. All right. This is why they could sit down and play video games all day. Video games captures their attention because they're not trying to produce anything. All right. Dudes that um dudes that are on a mission, all right, that have a purpose. We don't have time for video games. I bought an Xbox One. I have the PlayStation 4. All right. You know what I used it for? 3D movies for the children, right? When I was raising my nieces and in the neighborhood children. All right. I used them for movies, movie night and stuff like that. That's what I used them for. And every once in a while I played games with them. But we didn't play games like that, right? And so I couldn't tell you what's in rage of battle, whatever, what you call it. All right. And so basically what's happening is that these women, all right, have raised these dudes. Like many of us were raised by the single mother, but some of us decided we wanted to be men and be men of purpose. And so we look to that, right? And and I'm satisfied with myself. I'm not rich by any sense of the word, but I'm well off enough that I could take care of a family, some children, and a good woman, right? Maybe a good two woman if it gets down to that, right? If we have to go back to biblical ways of doing things. Hey, what's up, your diet?
You, brother, not be. You think we don't know about your 13,000 square foot Sugarland Castle, man. You think we don't know?
I would
Had it,
say I
bro.
wished, but shoot, uh, Ishmael, what's going on, brother? And who else popped in here? Okay, and so when we put this up and stuff, and a lot of times that the Most High speaks, because we won't do it, but the Most High speaks that he not only is he going to eliminate the BAW until the younger ones get righteous, but he's going to eliminate their children too. He has to get rid of the whole lot, right? And so
Like he did in the
this is
flood.
There you
like he
go.
Destroyed the
did in
Nephilim.
the flood. Exactly.
I don't know what's
Um,
wrong with these little kids, man. These kids, these youngsters that were raised by their moms, they're just out of control. Like they don't even want, they don't want to listen to people our age. They don't
Mm.
care. They're just evil. It's like now
Yep.
everybody from the time of your grandpa. If you from an urban area, there was different whatever little criminal organizations. There was gangs, dudes stealing hubcaps, fights, gang fights, whatever. Dudes doing all kind of get drinking rot gut whiskey and just all kind of nonsense. But they weren't just completely like evil like these youngsters. They don't care, man.
right, it's because their moms trained them. First of all, we have women, BWs, that train their children to despise good men and and to worship bad men to the point that they would want to become the bad men. All right, because that's what the BW thought was attractive, and then was on here now, right? What's going on now is this: Amos 9:8 through 10 is this. If you look in Ezekiel, right, that's what's happening now, and he's tearing off the veils of the BW, and this is why I say the movement. The passport movement is going to get bigger and bigger, but it's not going to be more. It's going to be about 10%, but it's not going to be a majority because the majority of men are just as bad, right? And I shall tear off the veils away and shall deliver my people out of your hand. And he's talking about the women. So we are going to be delivered out of the hands of the women, right? And the veil. All right, this is the veil that hides their true face, right? Well, we're seeing their true face on Facebook. We're seeing what they really in their hearts when they say that, yeah, they're going to steal our soul. They're going to take
Yeah,
our soul. That a
yeah,
woman actually said that we're coming for your soul. All right,
yeah.
that's a message.
I had a yellow bone try a couple years ago. She really tried.
Uh-huh. With falsehood, you have made the heart of the righteous sad, with whom I have not made sad, and have strengthened the hands of the wrong, so that he does not turn from his evil ways to keep him alive. And so this is what it is. And look, Amos 9:8 and 10. Let me pull that up real quick. All right. And so basically,
Let me say
Amos.
something. I had a dream, very powerful dream. I had it twice. Well, I had three different dreams, and each one I had twice. But I know God showed them to me twice, so I will remember them, and I won't forget them. Um, One of the most powerful dreams I ever had, and I had so much peace, and I loved the way it ended. It started out bad, but it wasn't about me. It was just God showing me about, I guess, the world. But it was seemed like some recognizable voices I heard. I couldn't see no faces. I could just only hear voices that sound familiar. Okay, it was apparently it was in the fall or the winter of the year. I was I was living with my dad when I had it the first time, mind you, and the second time I'm where I live now in my own place by myself in this 2 bedroom apartment. Okay, let me say this. Okay, about the dream. I was, you know, in my wool hat. I was dressed in my wool hat and my coat I got now, my big coat I
Mhm.
got on, and the tree was bare leaves. That's why I knew it was either had to be autumn, fall or winter. And this young lady I knew was dating this guy, and her kids were young, but at the time they was just teenagers or growing up, almost grown, but they grown now. Um,
Mhm.
I started floating up off the ground like I was being lifted up on an elevator or a carousel or something, but was nothing under my feet. And then where the driveway meets the where the sidewalk meets the driveway in the on the south side of the house, which is the front of the house facing the street. I was to the north of that hole. The ground opened up. There was a hole there. All I could see was molten rock, bright yellow and orange colors,
Mhm.
swirling. And I could hear people screaming, "Help me, help me." And this voice in my chest, my mouth did not open, but my voice in my chest telling them, "I can't help you now." And then,
You,
uh,
you know the Mexican
listen,
cartel
when I,
killed off a lot of the black gangs.
listen,
Very true.
listen. The part that I felt real good about that dream, and I've had visions too. That's another time I'll talk about. Uh, I was looking. It was night. It was a clear night. It was stars everywhere, and I saw this light. Mind you, I had my hat on. I wear a cowboy hat and my felt hat, this black hat, and this light beaming down in front of the brim of my head. That got my attention. I looked up and I saw this star up there shining down at me, and I felt undescribable blissful peace and joy. And I woke up. I had that twice.
Mm. Let me
Yeah.
answer this question real quick. Nabi, do you think a large amount of black men will leave? And if so, how will black communities be affected? First of all, they will not be affected. The men that are leaving are the righteous men that have nothing to do with the black community right now, anyway. If you look at the brother, like, look at me. I was helping the community, right? But I was, no woman wanted me as a husband. They wanted a dude from out of the prisons, right? They didn't want me to raise children. They wanted the dudes from out of the prisons to go in and out of the prison while they and the government raised the children, right? And so the effect of me leaving the community that's already dead is nothing, because what I would have been doing was giving the community life, but they didn't want the life that I give, right? And so that's basically it. All the stuff I know how to do, play instruments and stuff, I took that to Brazil to people that appreciate it, right? And so, what they miss is somebody that could try to help, but who the Most High took away, say, no, you're going to stay in your purpose. I don't need, because I'm not going to change who I am, right? I like who I am, right? And so I like doing the things that I do. I like seeing people happy, but I'm gonna be respected. That's one damn thing I'm gonna be. And
Mm,
so basically, I cannot tarry with them people. And so who's leaving are the people that cannot tarry with such a woman, such a community. The community is already dead. The community is on a path of extinction because of abortion alone. And then the BWs allowed all kind of wickedness to come into the home, and she allowed, because of her desire to be with the Caucasian man, she allowed for the Afro community to be utterly destroyed. At the end of the day, It's all about the seed. And I'll point this out again. Everybody that is here today is not here because of your mother, because any woman could have been your mother that day. You are here specifically because of the dude that was your father. Because if he's not the one that delivers the seed to a woman that night or day or in the car or wherever he delivered that seed, if he is not the one that delivered the seed, then you would not have existed. Had some other man existed, some other entity would have existed. Some other seed would have grew into a child. You could not have been here without your father, but you could have been here without your mother. Another woman could have been your mother, but only your father could have been your father. And it's funny how people don't understand the not even the science, but the biology and all the rest of that stuff. And now they're working through wickedness and science and stuff to try to do wicked things to make a man have a child just so they can say that, oh, okay, we could have a child now, so women are not necessary. The women are losing so bad that even the TGs are taking their place. All right. And now they're trying to use science to have children. Now that's some stuff on wickedness on another level, right? However, when you look at this, this is wickedness that they asked for. All right. And this is wickedness that's not going to bother the Afro men, because the ones that are leaving won't be affected. And guess what kind of children we're going to have? Afro children. You know why we're going to have Afro children? Because we're the seed maker. And we give melanin. We don't take. The Caucasian man takes because he has nothing to give. All right.
And we'll have
He's
we'll have
recessive
submissive Asian women as the
or
as the
submissive
money.
dark Latino. And remember, a lot of the Asian women, if you look in the Philippines, they're going to be the Aida people. They're going to
Yeah,
be the Negritos.
yeah,
They're Afro black like me.
yeah,
Okay, and so the B Dubs in the United States are going to lose out. B Dubs in Africa are going to lose out. The only ones that are not are the ones that have leaders that's standing up to the Caucasian man and
yeah.
his system, that's standing up to the system. And even with some of the Caucasian men that's leaving, they are starting to see the wickedness for what it is. Um, I um, I've often said that the YT man, the mayonnaise man, isn't the devil, but the devil is a mayonnaise man. I
That's
want
that's
y'all to
deep right there.
understand that.
That's deep.
All right. Mayonnaise men are not the devil, but the devil is a mayonnaise man. That's who's
That's
running
true.
all of this stuff. And some of the mayonnaise men are starting to understand. And here's the thing. Wow, they when we look at this thing, the mayonnaise men are starting to understand that we have, as Afro men, have some kind of secret. The ones that's leaving, the ones that's going to Thailand, the ones that is seeing our popularity in Thailand and stuff, and seeing that we're the new rock stars and stuff. All right, and they're starting to understand what it when we unless we when even if we oppress them, they will leave from off from under our oppression, and then they will go and be something somewhere else, and we can't control it. Now we
I
do
didn't
benefit
understand completely what you said. Even if we leave from under whose oppression?
the system, the
Oh,
Caucasian
okay,
system. All right, so it's an oppressive system, and
right.
even when we leave
The
from under it,
Babylonian system.
yeah, even when we leave from under it and we go elsewhere, we are the rock stars, right? And they are starting to, they saying we can't even oppress them enough to brainwash the righteous to stay in an oppressive system. We know
Mm,
at some point it gets to reveal to, no, this is too much wickedness. We out, right?
mm,
And
mm,
the only ones you get are the weak, brainwashed ones. And but that's not the ones you need. The ones that happen to not be brainwashed and not be video games on players only. We played a video game or two, but that wasn't our whole life. We was busy trying to do something, create something, carry something, build something, carry something across borders, or bring something to people, bring cohesion to a community, bring spiritualities, all that stuff. Do bring study this, that, the other. All right, we didn't have time for all those, the very ones that you need to stay, are gone. But the other communities that we go to are becoming stronger as a result of it, because they had already admired us. And this is what the Caucasian man is starting to see. And now he's starting to admire us outside the country.
Because
Some people jealous.
we're not dealing with that feminazi nonsense no more. We're moving on. Brothers who know their worth, we don't have to deal with it. And not be, I'm gonna tell you something, brother. You
I
yesterday.
feel good to be a black man right now, especially after y'all said all this.
Oh yeah.
Keep talking,
Oh
brother.
yeah.
I'm
Hey,
listening. I just
no.
want to interject that.
I want to tell Nabi something yesterday. Man, you made me have to open up some liquor, brother. I was what do you call it? Binge watching a gang of your BitChute videos, man.
Oh yeah, the old school
No,
ones.
boy, you was going hard back in the, I said, damn, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
I was like, this dude. I said, man, you was bringing it back then. Yeah, man. Before everybody started, getting all sensitive.
Mm-hmm. Right. And
You gonna
stuff.
start uploading on there again?
Um,
Because you got a bunch of now. A few of them, there's a broken links, so it just loads forever. But most of them, they actually do play. I mean, you got some quality content on there, my man.
yeah, I put them on a lot of places and stuff so that the message would not be hidden, right? Because when I said stuff back then, what BitChute is my past. All the things that I said was going to come to pass. You can now say that I said it. When you listen to people now, you now know I said it first.
Oh, you can look at the dates on those videos. That's one thing I love about it. All those videos are dated.
Mm-hmm. And I was saying this stuff before Kevin Sam, for all this stuff. And it's just that I spiritually saw what was happening, and I saw that there was no way we can help it. I see that the BW was becoming exponentially corrupt. All right. And that her corruption, because all the other BWs around the world was kind of following her. Now, here's the thing. In the DR, they don't follow her like that. Now they follow the weave stuff, but if I tell a woman I like you better without your weave, she would take it off here, right?
Did you
And
ever go to the DR? Are you in the DR now?
yeah, you didn't see the apartment I was in?
Not really. No, no.
Yeah, I just showed everybody the apartment when I first.
Oh,
Oh,
I came on late.
oh yeah,
I
you
have
came
to.
on late. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I have
showed
to catch
everybody.
it. In the,
Yeah, I showed everybody my hotel room.
Hey,
yeah.
Nabi.
Uh
Uh, Tu encanta jugar grande chiches.
huh.
Dominican.
Y,
Say that
Dominican.
again.
Dominican, y,
Grande chiches.
yo, yo encontró un poco chicas aquí. Um, y a mujer y trabaja aquí. Ah, quiero para mi junta con amiga de ella.
Entonces no
What he
encontraste muchas
say?
chicas.
What y'all say?
Okay,
I
my
said
Hey,
no
Spanish.
on TV
encontraste
radio, I'm
muchas
being
chicas.
silly. I really don't know what y'all said.
So what that meant was, so you didn't meet a lot of women.
And I said, I met, and what I replied to him is, I met some women here, and the lady I met, the lady I was telling you about that came in that work here, that she was going to hook me up with one of her friends.
Oh, Okay.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
So are you
mhm.
enjoying the DR?
Yeah, because the first 3 days I just needed to rest because there's a little jet lag that I forgot about. Um, and so the first 3 days I rest. I've been talking with the one lady that worked the desk downstairs and stuff. And then there's another one that comes by my room um every day before she leaves and stuff like that.
Did
I
TaylorMade
think
Dreams return to the DR yet?
who?
TaylorMade Dreams.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he settled down in the DR, and then he went over to Thailand, but he said he was going back to the DR.
Hmm.
TaylorMade Dreams. Yeah, that's his YouTube channel.
Okay. I know there was a guy that I was speaking to here. Um, he's the one where I got the idea to talk about the Uber and how you guard yourself with Uber.
Oh, okay.
Let
Yeah.
me ask
And
y'all a
so
question.
go ahead.
Let me ask y'all a question. Have you, well, first of all, if you ever heard of Eric, Oklahoma and Lupton, Arizona, and then you drive there in one day and you only stop maybe once or twice, I've done that. That's a long stretch to drive. So I know what it means be about lag and stuff like that. That's a long way. You're almost to California once you get to Arizona, and and
Hmm.
and uh, Oklahoma is just one state over from me where I live in Arkansas. I live in eastern Arkansas, and
Okay.
well, uh, I've been to all four time zones in all the lower 48 states. If you're a man and you know about the weather and all that stuff and watch the weather a lot, you know what I mean by the lower 48 states. Those are the
Hmm.
states between Canada and Mexico that border. I've been to all of them, and that ain't the only long trip I done drove for hours.
Hmm.
How were you
Yeah.
treated in the Dakotas by the women?
The other women, I didn't really interact much. I was on a bus up there. I hadn't really
It
drove a
wasn't the
truck
bang
up
bus,
there.
huh?
Huh?
It wasn't the bang bus, huh?
No.
Let me answer this question from Cornelius
I
Hurst.
bet.
Nabby, would a successful, well-to-do black man like Michael B. Jordan uh, be just a lick in Brazil by the Panamanian or Brazilian women from Afro
Say that
descent?
again.
So, okay, so
I
he's
don't
talking
think
about
so.
Michael B. Jordan, a successful man. All right. So here's the thing with the Afro Brazilians. They're still in that brainwashing from the 1920s, right? And the darker they are, the less likely. Now, they might go for him because he's famous, but then again, he might have issues with him like Brady had with Giselle. Now, in Colombia, I would say even here in the DR, because there's a down homely like in here in Santo Domingo. It's not like like the Saussure stories that I'm hearing about, where women just chase after you. But if women see you're nice and stuff, they'll try to introduce you to a friend or get you themselves. I don't know which one is going on. Okay, um, but in any case. Uh, I don't know which one is going on. I'm trying to figure stuff out. I'm who's doing what here. But anyway, with that said, right? Um, with
Well,
Michael B.
I'm gonna
Jordan,
say this: if you're a handsome man and you got good energy, trust me from experience, I tell you, these women will flock to you.
yeah, women will
It's
flock
just
to you in
that,
Brazil. But here's the thing: thing is different in Brazil. The women are sometime in Brazil, even if you're a handsome man, because there's another handsome man they'll go to. Brazilian women don't have long-term relationship in their mind like that. All right. And so it's one of the saddest things about Brazil that I deal with, right? Um, now,
Americanized.
yeah, uh-huh. And or Europeanized, and what happened is because they got the Olympics and the World Cup ruined them. Um,
Yep.
it ruined them. All
Modernized them.
right. Yeah, it Europeanized them. Now, with that said, the Brazil, if you are a frustrated man, if you get with bound chicken wow wow, Brazil is the second most is let's say get your groove on country in the world. And I think the country that beats them out is I don't know if it's Germany or Switzerland.
It's not Amsterdam anymore. The
Um,
red
I
light
heard
district.
Indian in Australia is bad too.
I mean, you get your groove, you get your needs met in Brazil. You can get your needs met in Brazil, but it's going to be a temporary relationship, or
I
it's going to
can't.
be a relationship where that's the way that's the best way I can say it. It's just a temporary relationship.
Yeah, I can't deal
And
with
there's nothing
temporary. I
wrong
had
with
that
that.
already.
There's nothing wrong with that if they make it clear that's what they want and that's what you want.
Well,
You
the
know,
thing
No,
is,
I
the
can't
thing
deal with
is,
it because I had enough of it.
the thing is, it is, they don't- they're high up on the divorce rate. They're not marrying and stuff like that because they're like it's the tourist. It's not only a tourist place, but it's the biggest party in the world, the Mardi Gras, and they spend half the year getting ready for that, this, that, and the other, and that's their identity,
What
right?
yeah.
about
Fun in
Colombia?
this Colombia, you can find a salt of the earth woman in Colombia.
See,
Yes,
Yeah.
salt of the earth woman. Colombia, yep.
I
Colombia,
now I
yes.
wanted to also go there and try me some Colombian coffee because I saw that commercial that got all that
Oh
horse.
Lord,
Um,
I was in a plane. I was in a plane. I got it. They gave me this little teeny tiny cup of. I was like, man, I got a cappuccino. This little tiny cup of coffee, man. Y'all joking? Drunk that thing down since I paid $5 for it. Dude, I
what?
promise you, I was up the next
You
2 days.
Look, they do
oh
that.
wow.
They do
I
that
was up the
down in
next 2 days talking about, hey, I
they do
got these
that down in
bags.
Miami. Down in Miami, they say you want a colada and you get a little you either get a colada or you get like a shot that looks like a thimble. And they give you that down there and you drink that and it's like boom. You
You're
ever been
awake.
down to Miami?
Who,
It's
me?
been a while, but
Yes.
I never tried that though.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
go down.
their coffee, Colombian coffee is a special kind of coffee. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I was
And the
up. I
Cuban
was up.
coffee, the
I didn't
coffee
miss
that
no
the Cubans
flights.
give you. Oh, that coffee that the Cubans give you will keep you up. When
Uh-huh.
I
Colombian
Oh,
coffee.
let me remind everybody again, don't forget to click them thumbs up, click them thumbs up if you haven't. And so, yeah, so and that's the difference between the women and stuff like that. In Colombia, right, I can get into a relationship um with um a woman like the brown skin one that I was with, the one with the white shirt, the one that we was by the pool, right? And had I been there, now they are like they want to be around you. Like if you with them, they want to be around you and stuff. And then I was with one other woman in Barranquilla, but she was really bossy, and I just left her alone. I was like,
Hmm.
oh hell no, I like you what I'm trying to get away from.
and
And
I
so,
just thought that Mimi was gonna be the one for you.
well, Mimi, her church.
Yeah.
Her church and there was some other things and that because of that
A
she did
woman
remember
over a
I won't
church, that's another red flag.
uh I will not tolerate any disrespect and you won't read what I asked you to read and this that and the other and I was like no and Mimi do what she want right
Mm-hmm.
and stuff and the only ones that don't take her mess is me and her sister.
Mm.
Her mom still run her, Mimi do this. Like if I go over to the house, her mom was like, fix him a plate, this, that, and the other. Right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the church took her mind. I could say this. And
Mm-hmm.
when I mean in a bad way too. And so A lot of
Wow.
times she has problem with relaxation and stuff like that. And some of the time I have to tell her relax, right?
Mm.
And so Mimi is not the same. The what that struggle in that church has effed her up in the head, so to speak, or
Right.
in the spirit. In the spirit, I'm gonna say in the spirit, because her mind is still there, right?
I
But
believe she really was into you though, and it's
she
sad when you got to let some good ones go that really care
she
and love
wasn't
a
good
brother.
ones.
She just wouldn't get with your program all the way.
She wasn't a good one. See, y'all think she was good because she was nice. Somebody wrote a comment here. They say you could be a bad criminal or a nice criminal, but you're still a criminal, right?
Right. Right.
You could disrespect with yelling in somebody's face, or you could just disrespect by not doing anything they asked you to do. And that was her. She was nice about it. She had a nice shape, nice body. She wanted to be around me all the time, right? But at the same time, she didn't help me with nothing.
You
Mm.
mean that passive aggressive fu type of stuff?
Right. Yeah, she didn't help me with anything. She didn't
And
help me
she was
with
the
what
type
I
of
was trying to
woman.
do. As a matter of fact, she was trying to hinder it more so than help it.
With
So
them
she
big
was the
old
type of
thighs.
woman that in front of your friends and you know and everything, she was
No, no,
cool. But
no.
then when
I'm
y'all
gonna
got
tell you what did it. I'm gonna tell you what did it. So I paid for her to get um her passport and a visa. She failed the visa test on purpose because she was trying to keep me in Brazil.
mm,
All right. So that's a level of manipulation I'm not going to tolerate. And that destroyed our relationship right there,
mm,
right? Because I wanted her to go where I go, right? To the US and Brazil. And I told her, and she sees that I go to the US and Brazil, right?
mm-hmm,
And she was supposed to be with me on this journey, right? But nope, she
right,
wanted me to stay in Brazil and just sit on the beach all day and stuff. And I like doing that when I'm there, but I'm not. I have a mission. I have a purpose, and I'm not
mm,
going to let you stay um it in my purpose. Now, I met a woman in Fortaleza. Brazil is a big place, and you can meet a good wife. Brother Roland, who's often on the channel, right? Brother Roland met a good wife, but she's from Sao Paulo, right?
mm,
And you can meet a good woman here. I'm just saying that the darker she is, the more difficult is going to be to connect. All right, it's really difficult and to connect with Afro Brazilians. They always have the white man option. I look at it like that, and that's who they're looking at first, right? And they'll check you and stuff. And I just don't have time for it. Now in Colombia, totally different story. Totally different story. The one woman, like I showed you in the yellow and red dress and stuff. Um, the one that was kissing me on the cheek, right? Now, that could be a bound chicka wow wow we together moment. However, the other woman that braids my hair, all right, she liked me too. And I said, okay, it's best not to talk to any of them. I'm not going to talk to the one, I'm not going to talk to the other. So, yeah, nope. And I'm not going to look. I'm not starting to, I'm not whatever can of worms those are. I'm not opening them. You see what I mean? So, oh damn. Oh, that's probably not right anyway. But anyway, so with that said, y'all, I'm about to bust a move. All right. Um, I would like to thank you all. Any of y'all have any last words?
Um, you gave me confirmation about Colombia, but I had a thought come to me, and I know it's no accident that this thought come to my mind. Got about 10 years to get a good woman from Colombia, or they're gonna be like Brazil and
No.
you don't think so?
Oh, hell no. No.
But let me say this. I heard some bad stuff about Brazilian women since I was a child. They were masculine and all that stuff. What they, I think they was started there before it started here. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's
The
just the thought of something I
Brazilian,
remember from my childhood.
all right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you what's wrong with Brazil. The very thing that's wrong with Brazil is one of their landmarks, and I think about that all the time.
Hmm.
That Christ, that Portuguese man that has his hands wide open, and it keeps a spirit, a just really malicious spirit there, that people don't understand, because it is a statue. It is a god that some of them bow down and worship, that the white Jesus, and so
Yeah.
that's the problem with Brazil. With Colombia, first of all, the Afro-Colombians are too proud of their heritage, and
Do
to the
not
point,
have, do not worship other gods. Do not have graven images of
right,
me.
and do not
That's
bow
what
down and
Caesar,
serve them.
Caesar Bulgaria or whatever the Roman guy. That has nothing to do with our religion or heritage.
Right, but in Brazil, that statue, that big statue,
Of a European man with his
of a European
hands
man,
spread wide.
is they look at that as the Christ,
Did you see
and
lightning hit that thing?
huh?
I saw lightning hit it and knocked a piece off.
And
Wow.
here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. The other thing is that it's a heavily The Pentecostals came and took over. That's the religion Mimi was in. The Pentecostals, the one I used to be a preacher for, so I know what they about.
They're
The
crazy as
one,
hell. I got family in that.
and I was like, I thought I could help get people out of that mindset. I was like, oh no, I can't do nothing with this. I'm out. Um, but the thing is that because of it, right? Because of it, is they if you are a spiritual person, understanding of the commandments, they will not make good wives for like the Colombians will. Some will. You have a better chance of finding a. I'll put it this way: you have a better chance of finding a better wife and a better looking wife there in Brazil than you do in the United States. Way better. However, if you want your best chance, I would even look here in the Dominican Republic and like Santo Domingo, maybe Santiago, or I would look maybe Punta Cana and this Boca Chica. All right. But the other thing is that I would look in Colombia, because Colombia, um, Ecuador, I wouldn't go to Ecuador though, but
I was
Colombia,
getting
let's
ready to
just say,
say, I was getting ready to say, let me stop you right there.
yeah, I wouldn't go there. But if you met a woman from Ecuador, she'd be all right.
I
I
want
just
to.
wouldn't go down. I wouldn't go down to Ecuador to get her.
I wanted to add something to the brothers too that think that you need a marriage certificate from the county clerk or you need some wedding to be married. According to the scriptures, once you enter that woman, that's your wife. And if she goes out and looks at or touches or hangs with another man, she has committed adultery.
Hmm.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Remember the
Because
marriage
it wasn't
license was
paper.
hold it.
It wasn't on
The
paper when
marriage,
Adam and
right,
Eve was created.
right. Well, here's the thing. The marriage license is only as old as 1936. That's all the marriage license is. And they made that to give white men the permission to take a black wife and to make sure that an Afro man couldn't take a white wife. So
Yep.
the marriage license
Damn.
is a tool of racism if you look at the history of it. I covered it in a lot of videos that I did, right? And so the engagement ring didn't come about to the 1960s, with Liz Taylor and then diamonds are a woman's best friend and stuff like that.
It's,
And
it's just
so
not, it's pagan Nonsense. If you go back and
It
look at
is.
Second Samuel, Chronicles, and Kings, you'll see when David was on the run from King Saul, he was going in the tent with women, several women, and after he went, they became his wives that traveled with him. There was no ceremony, there was no ring, there was no
No, none
preacher,
of that.
no Levites. No, it was just he got some booty, and that was it. That was his booty. You know, and you talk
Right.
Soul
about back in the
ties.
day in England and wherever else, they used to when they would conquer and fight with those Germanic tribes, and when the Normans and Anglo Saxons would go to war, what they would call a lot of the spoils of war was what? Booty. Pirates
Booty.
would call it booty. Y'all don't understand. There's a war for these women. The so-called Caucasian man, the evil ones, because there's good ones, but the evil ones who have brainwashed our women and made them so godless that we can't even deal with them for recreation. You know what I'm saying? That's war. That's why you're supposed to go out and get women of their race and other races and dominate them. That's how you control the people. If you dominate the women, because the women are who? They're the teachers of the children. So if you can
Exactly.
dominate them, then they no longer have a
And they're the
foothold
gatekeepers of
over your
sex.
community. Exactly.
Well, hold on. They're
Even
more than
back
the
in the day,
gatekeeper. They're more than the gatekeeper. They will determine whether you reproduce or not.
right?
Whose seed
Back in
gets
the day,
reproduced.
all we
See,
did was jump over a broom,
Oh
and you was
yeah,
married.
but here's the thing. Here is the thing though. Um, when we look at all these things, the marriage license, the ceremonies and stuff were all forms of extortion. And if they got people to believe in that, and if they got the man to follow the woman, then they got the man. All right. So here's the thing. The woman's like, I want a wedding, and you need to pay this, that, and the other, and he need to have this ring. Oh, we ain't married until we go and get it okay by the man, by the Caucasian man. No, your answer should be like, well, you on your own, all right, and leave her alone, and stuff. Because once you put your stuff under him, and then you further corrupt your relationship into perpetuity and stuff. And that's the other problem that me and Mimi had. All Mimi had to do was get that thing, and we would have been together. But we're not having no ceremony, and um, uh, I was like, you know what? And no, we're not doing it that way. And so basically, and even though uh, in my will she was getting the stuff, and this, that, and the other, and she was going, um, she she wanted that because she wanted the Disney, and Disney is so big. Oh, and this is the other problem. Disney is very, very big in Brazil. Disney got Brazil on lock.
Mm.
All
mm,
right, in their churches and everything. Everybody's
Wow.
acting like they're princesses and their characters and stuff. And so this is what they're teaching their children.
Disney is demonic.
It is. And so, and they don't teach their children
Hollywood
this.
is demonic, which
Oh,
is
you know what
also
made me decide to take those black
encompass
dolls to
Disney.
Palenque? The reason why I decided to take the black dolls to Palenque because they didn't want white ones. They said we have Afro children here, so we want Afro dolls. Everybody keep bringing us these white dolls, and and so I was like, oh, that's wisdom right there. And so now, if I was doing well like I used to do, I would take a lot more dolls to Palenque. I would take, oh Lord, I would just take 2 duffel bags of dolls and just pass them out, black Afro dolls and stuff. Only, they make them more expensive too, you know? And so, that would it's just crazy. So, hey, y'all, so I'm about to go because it's 12 o'clock. I'm
Yeah, I
about
got
to
a dip
go.
too. Hey, it
At
was
Um,
12
good.
o'clock, where you at? It's
I'm in the
10:03
Dominican.
my time.
I
Yeah,
am
I'm in
in the
Texas, so it's 10:03.
I am in the
Yeah,
Dominican
Central
Republic.
Time.
You
Yeah,
didn't
you
see
2 hours ahead.
the apartment, the hotel room? I am in the
I'll check
Dominican
it out on
Republic.
the replay.
No,
I
whoever
check.
asks, where are you at? Oh, was that you that asked, where were you at?
I asked you about half hour ago, but that's somebody
Yeah,
else.
no, I'm the person that just asked. Yeah, I'm in the DR.
It's the other brother, the JJ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me. But
Okay,
I know
yeah,
where
I'm in
you
the
are
DR.
now, and
Hey,
awesome
I'll try
place,
to.
man. I say,
Peace out,
Hey,
family. Peace,
peace
family.
out. I'll
shalom,
try to hit y'all
shalom.
All
up
right, shalom,
tomorrow.
shalom.
I'll try to do another one tomorrow. Give you, and we'll talk about what's going on with this matching, dating, stuff they. I don't know what they planning for me. But
do you
anyways,
do you think that you're gonna start uploading some new videos on BitChute? Or are you gonna take any of those old BitChute ones and start like a separate channel on YouTube for that
oh no 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 no
harder
no
content? Or
no YouTube. I'll probably take some and put them on BitChute.
okay, because those ones, I mean, it's just so refreshing to hear you like back in the old days, and I mean old days when you would just go straight through it, and it's like now you and everybody else, we all filtered. We can't really express ourselves. You have to keep stopping because you don't want to say nothing that's gonna get the damn video
Oh
flagged.
no
You know
no
what
no
I'm
no.
saying?
Remember, I don't curse or anything, so
No,
I
but still,
don't.
you already know though. Some the stuff you were saying on BitChute, a lot of that stuff you couldn't say that in videos right now. And that was just 2020, 2018, some of those videos. They would flag them
They
just
were
for
2018.
content,
Um, I got it, man. I got to go back to Big Shoot see what I was
Yeah, check it out,
saying.
bro. You got some fire, some gold on there, man. And I mean it's relevant as hell for right now. Like I was listening
But
to that. I had to break open the say, man, I'm telling you, I had to get out the hot damn peppermint schnapps. I said, man, that boy there, because I'm looking around seeing what's going on in my community, in this country, and in the world. I'm like, man, bro, speaking, it's like a prophecy in the book of Ezekiel or something. You know what I'm saying? It's some real stuff on there.
but the reason why, so I basically do lives now because you see how messed up my channel is, and my channel is seriously shadow banned, and I don't bite my tongue, and so I'm not going to. So I let them shadow ban it. But that's why I haven't put up,
Oh,
and my videos aren't being shared anyway. So I don't. I haven't been putting up. I've been doing mainly these, right? Because even if I put videos up on there, no one shares them. And
and
so
that's what.
if you look at it, I have 3,900 subscribers, and those videos are only getting 200 views.
I've shared those videos even this weekend. Let me tell you something crazy though. When I got on there this weekend, I was unsubscribed. I had to subscribe again. I said, "How the hell did that happen?"
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you said that. I wanted to tell you because if you look, I got comments on your BitChute from like 2 years ago, 6 months ago. So
Uh,
you see what I'm saying? How did I just get unsubscribed all of a sudden?
so
Yeah,
that's why
so
I
I,
keep
I
telling
wanted to tell
people
you
to make
something
sure you
slick going on.
subscribe.
Something slick.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed now, but of course, originally I was. You know what I'm saying? But I said that's
No,
very
it's been happening a lot on my channel, so I'm aware
damn,
of it.
man.
I am aware of it. So I'm just like, oh well, it is what it is. But anyway, so let me holla at y'all later because it's 12 and I know my voice carries. And
Hey, let me say
somebody
this.
already
Let me
banged
say
on the
this for
wall.
y'all get out of here.
Okay, peace out, brother.
I was trying to think of the name of this app that you could put it on. It's not IMO, it's similar, but I think IMO is a better version of that other app. Is the page is green and you text and you can do video to upgrade and all that stuff. It's just as good as IMO. Um, y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Rumble.
Not Rumble.
Rumble is green. I got videos up on
Not
Rumble.
Rumble. Okay, I tell you what. What's the qualification to get Rumble?
I don't know. You just make yourself an account, email.
Okay.
That might be the route
Uh,
you need to go, not be.
Because everybody's doing Rumble now. A lot
I've
of
been
people are on
seeing that.
Rumble. When I was putting my stuff up about the 19 virus stuff, I was putting it up on Rumble because you could tell the whole truth over there. And being a person that work in that field, I was able to see through a lot of stuff. But yeah, I do
What
Rumble and stuff.
what
What's
I'm
his
talking about is
name? You
what I'm
remember
talking
Mark
about
Dice?
is similar to Messenger, Facebook Messenger, but it's a spit off from Messenger.
IP,
I don't know.
you remember Mark Dice, the conservative, the white guy? He used to make real funny videos, like good videos. He would talk about stuff that would piss off a lot of liberals and weirdos.
Yeah.
He is exclusively. I saw a drop down from one of your videos that wouldn't load because after I've watched about 8, 9 of them, you know what I'm saying, rewatched them, and some of his stuff popped up as a recommended from your channel, and he is exclusively on there now, back on BitChute, because they
Oh,
have
okay.
banned him. Yeah, they remember he had like his channel was huge back in the day, and I wondered why I stopped seeing him. YouTube banned him a couple years ago.
Okay.
So I'm telling you,
YouTube's about to
BitChute,
be sued too.
yeah, BitChute is starting to have a resurgence, and you already know on there, you say whatever you want to say, and can't nobody do nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Well,
might
I
want to
think
drop them.
BitChute was even blocking my videos at some time. The
That's
reason why I
crazy.
stopped posting on
That
some of
is
them
crazy.
channels is they started blocking my content. Even BitChute, even the black ones. And so I was like, why are people so interested in blocking my channel? But it was what it was. But y'all, I gotta go and I'm out for now.
Peace out, brother.
Um, and I'll holler at y'all. I'll probably do another one tomorrow. All right. So peace out, everybody. Thank you all for stopping by. Don't forget to thumbs up and share and subscribe and resubscribe if you have to. All right, I'm out. Peace,
All
love, and
right, shalom.
woo.
Shalom, brother.